It happens. I hit the wrong. Don't leave your cursor sitting on stop broadcast and then hit the keyboard by accident because that's
Rod. As a great man once said, "That's on you."
Yeah. Let's just hope Trump doesn't do that with nuclear codes.
Trump's fault.
Oops.
I should probably apologize to all probably 0 viewers that were watching when we started.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I don't think anyone was watching. Luckily, up until that point.
Yeah.
We collected another viewer, didn't we? Who's that?
There was a viewer earlier. I think there was one.
Was there?
Yeah, one. See.
Some bored sap out there was one.
Oh
man,
we're not the only ones with no lives.
It's either Arkansas or probably Brad. One of the two.
I tell them guys they should come on. They never come on.
Nice.
So we were talking college football. Todd was at the game. I was pulling for his boys. Yeah, hoping they beat the Buckeyes, but it's uphill battle.
I'm actually surprised that Splite didn't throw the game away.
Yeah.
I think to summarize for the people who didn't see the first part, Michigan looked really good, especially their defense. Ohio State looked really good on Thursday, especially their entire team. And fuck Alabama. And I think that's pretty much where we end it, right? Like, fuck Alabama, Nick Saban, fuck off, stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't as. I was hoping
that
for
freshman receiver Michigan has looks pretty damn good.
Well, Black, is that the guy?
Well, the guy that caught that 40-yard touchdown pass after.
Yeah.
You knew Florida State was going to be an uphill battle too against Alabama.
Well, I thought it was going to be a lot closer than that, personally.
Yeah.
Most teams are going to have an uphill battle against Alabama every year, basically, at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they may have come out. Nick Saban might have been like pissed off by losing to an ACC team.
I will say if PJ Fleck was in Los Angeles tonight, Western Michigan probably would have came away with a win.
Yeah.
That would have been nice for them.
Saban did look kind of pissed at the end of that game.
Yeah.
He always looks
pissed, Todd.
Yeah, all the time.
That's true.
That was a horrible missed call in that pass interference at the goal line, though.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Horrible.
That was bullshit, personally, I think.
Nick Saban
bullshit.
Nick Saban could win the national championship by like 40 points, and it still looked like someone pissed in his Cheerios. That's just how he looks.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a resting.
Right, we didn't do this right.
He doesn't have a resting bitch face. He has a resting pissed face.
I got a feeling the Florida State players will be running this week on special teams.
Oh.
They were just horrible turning the ball over.
It's the same look Bill Belichick has all the time.
Yeah.
Both of their faces are very punchable, though. Just how they look. Just punch them. Fucking Bill.
I agree.
And then them losing Francois at the end of the game, that's not going to help things. But Louisville looked good after a point.
Purdue should have never been in that game.
Yeah.
Their defense saved them for Louisville.
Yeah. We did have
that and the errant throws by Purdue's quarterback, but I think he threw like 4 interceptions in that game or something.
Michigan State looked sloppy against Bowling Green.
Yeah. But Texas did get upset today, so that's a good thing.
Yes. Who did they play? Yeah, Maryland.
Maryland game.
Yeah. Our big game's tomorrow night because we play Virginia Tech, so.
And then you guys come play us next week, buddy.
Do we really?
Yeah.
West Virginia?
At the big house.
You heard it here, folks.
West Virginia doesn't play
I'm sorry, Cincinnati comes up there.
Oh, no, I'm West Virginia. Yeah.
I ain't no Cincinnati fan.
Bearcats will be as bear rugs for Michigan. I mean, they're not going to do anything. They're going to lay right down. But North Carolina game was pretty good today. That was good earlier.
Don't do that, drunken. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Am I boring you, Nick Spicoli? What's going on here?
That was last night. I stayed up till like freaking 5 o'clock, and they got up about 10.
That's because you're a hangout whore.
Were you on a hangout last night? Or I should say, how many hangouts were you on?
I was. They follow me.
Don't try to deflect the blame, drunken one. We know who really is the blame.
Drunken one does not miss a hangout.
I try not to anyway.
Shut them all down.
My wife got the bill for the internet, and I didn't realize I couldn't stream 2 at a time and not be charged a lot for it.
Whoops.
The wife let you know, huh?
$6 later, it's like, wait a second, I'm sitting at the bar.
Drunken one, you are allowed to say no to hangouts. That is that's like an option.
It's not easy, Joe.
Some people hoard, drunken one goes to hangouts.
In the basement. We got the basement gang and then the chat over there, right? I don't know if you want to shoot them the finger or give them a link or something.
Yeah, poor Lance today seemed stressed about his Akron Zips. I'm like, they weren't even going to be close to beating Penn State, but he was taking it to heart, it seemed.
No. I don't know about those big teams playing against the smaller MAC schools.
Oh, you mean
Those
Cupcake
smaller
City?
MAC schools just get pounded.
Yes, we do.
All the big
Shut up,
teams
Joe.
are Cupcake City at some point. That's why I like to see Appalachian State pull an upset. That'd be great again.
University of Buffalo only lost 17-7 to Minnesota, so it wasn't terrible, but it was still like it's Minnesota.
I was gonna say it's Minnesota.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've bought into what PJ Fleck has taught them yet.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while, a little bit, I think.
Isn't there some other games on tomorrow besides us tomorrow night?
Well, who's
Like,
playing?
isn't
What
Kentucky
program?
playing somebody tomorrow?
What
Missouri or
preseason
something?
games are tomorrow?
Well, we play at prime time. We're playing at 7:30 tomorrow night on ABC.
Well, is there any pro games tomorrow?
No, it's like the last weekend. I think they're done because they start next week.
The exhibition games are over, and then the first game's Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Who plays Thursday,
I
Joe?
think Kentucky plays tomorrow.
Fuck. It's isn't it New
No, they
England
played today.
and Kansas City, I believe.
Kentucky did?
Oh, wow, New England.
Hmm.
That might be a good game to watch.
21-14.
Who they beat? Do you remember?
Kentucky, Southern Miss.
Oh, okay. I guess it's next week that they play Missouri or something.
The other game tomorrow, Rod, as far as the big games goes, Tennessee at Georgia Tech at 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah, the Rambler Wreck coming out in that full backfield they use. Wishbone. How the hell
They still running that?
they
Same
still,
guy.
they still use it. It confuses everybody because nobody knows how to defend it half the time. Them in Air Force.
I don't know why I like a lot of these smaller teams that know they're not going to be any good. Why don't do something more of that kind of like nonsense offense that nobody ever sees? I hate playing those teams because you don't know how to prepare for it.
You threw the ball? You don't throw the ball. You run it 89 times.
Quadruple option.
Maybe it's Army that does the other Wishbone. I said Air Force, but
And when they do throw,
Maybe.
Yeah. one of them, they just they always do that too.
and when they do throw a pass, it's because like the guy's wide open down the field. There's no one 20 yards within him because everyone's like, "Wait, you got a receiver streaking down the middle of the field? I thought you were running it again."
It's like that never happens.
Indiana played Georgia Tech a few years ago, and they threw the ball like 4 times in the game. One time happened to be like a game-winning touchdown.
Some of those
It's like-
teams, then when they have the right personnel, they
Like
really
70
don't have to
rushing.
do anything else. They just run the ball down your throat. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But most of the teams that have those styles are the lack of talent, so they have to
Right.
come up with some creative ways to move the ball. Fortunately, they play a team like Alabama or like a top 10 team. It doesn't matter. You get squashed.
Yeah. But you started watching Snowfall.
I did. First 2 episodes. I'm
Good.
on board. I was on board about 40 minutes into the first one, so I'm gonna watch probably the next, I believe, 7 because I think they're up to 9 and the 10th one's coming up. So probably watch the next 7 over the next 2 or 3 days so I can catch up by Wednesday. But yeah, it's really fucking good. I like the soundtrack's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Like they said about 40 minutes in, I was like, because he kept on telling me to watch it, and it's one of those things where there's so many TV shows. I'm like, all right, I'm already 9 episodes behind now, so like now I gotta devote 10 hours just to watch this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna throw on the first one, threw it on, and yeah, it's about 40 minutes in. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm gonna watch the rest of it because
Yeah, the music in it's great.
Oh,
That's all I like.
it's fantastic. It just it just sends you back. So it's so good.
Yeah. And like the season finale is already like this week, I believe, upcoming. So
I just like how, for no spoilers for one
Yeah.
person out there watching, or maybe both basements, they're considered one. They have about half a brain each of them. But like the entire story is like interwoven between everything, which I like. It's like it's not like 3 or 4 separate ones. It
Right.
is, but at the same time, they're all connected,
they're
which
all
is great.
Yeah, different
Yeah,
aspects. Yeah.
Yes, different aspects of like the operation. It's like this is cool because you can have a whole episode where it's just like on one of the 3 or 4, and that's what I like about it. It's so I can already see in my mind like how the next 7 are going to go, and
Yeah, when you get like caught up, you start to see them start to come together a little bit more. So I won't ruin it for you, but you'll enjoy it as you go further down, heading up to the season
Rod,
finale.
are you up to date on it, Rod?
Yeah, I'm up to date on it now. So,
Okay. Yeah.
But there's like one episode.
I
It's
can't
like
either. 'cause
yo,
I don't
you
remember.
guys spoil the shit out of it.
no, but there's
That's
like one
okay.
episode.
That's on you.
Guess what, Joe? You're making us believe this.
No, I got bye. Earmuffs. Yeah.
But there's like
That's really good. I like
But
it.
there's like one episode when they stop at the end and you're like, seriously? You're rolling credits now? I gotta wait next week? I gotta wait next week to see what's going on?
That was exactly how episode 2 ended for me. I was very upset. Even though I'm like, there's 4 minutes left. I know it's gonna happen. I'm still upset. But in a good way. Like I can't if it wasn't so late, because like I said, I helped my cousin move all day yesterday, and I didn't get home till like 12:30, and
Right.
Came home and fucking just basically crashed. And I watched 2 episodes, and it was like 4 a.m. I'm like, I want to. Like I'm not even tired, but it's not a good idea to be staying up to like 6 a.m. watching this right now. So I started fighting myself. Like, do I watch a 3rd episode? Or what do I do? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I turned it off, went to sleep. I'm like, there's, tomorrow and the next day and the day after. So.
It's a holiday weekend, right?
Yep. I'll just have to devote 2 or 3
says
hours.
that's early.
Yeah, if it was a Netflix show, I could easily binge it. So, I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I had all of them on my DVR sitting there right there. It's just like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, can't do it, but I want to.
But kind of watching that now makes me want to go back and start watching Narcos again. They just came out with their 3rd season. And I got like to the 10th episode in the 1st season. I got sidetracked or distracted somehow. And it's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
But now I find out there's a button you can actually
Yes,
hit, and it'll just do it in English too. You don't have to read the subtitles. Like that.
Dude,
There's so much-
FX started allowing them to say fuck all the time.
Oh, Narcos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, on Snowfall.
Oh, Snowfall?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's a technical
Wait.
show, so now, they're able to do that.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
I was shocked. I was expecting shit to get through, but when they were dropping F-bombs and it wasn't edited, I'm like, yeah, this is great. I'm on board even more now.
They usually push the limits, but the F word, the F word doesn't usually get dropped that much. And then they started saying, like, everybody says, like, oh, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, they had that stuff where they finally started pushing it more, like because it was a cable channel a few years ago.
Yep.
But no, it definitely pulls you in. You can definitely get taken into the story pretty easily.
Got a few comments if you
Is
want me to read it. Or
Yeah,
Nobody can
knock them out.
all right. We already know that in the basement, and Basement Beer was here. In the basement says, hi, guys. Basement Beer says, LOL. Basement Bros popped in at the same time. Oh, they did.
We have the basement viewing audience cornered.
Yeah. Chris from In the Basement says, I just yawned, LOL. I guess he's on the same page as Drunken One at this point. He also says he can't join because he has no internet at home. He's in the midst of moving, and believe his internet was cut off late Wednesday night, and I don't think he gets it back to the 15th, I think he said. Or maybe it was the 20-something. So he's out of commission for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Really? To get the internet back?
Well, he's moving, and he's he's at his place currently, and he's staying there for like another couple weeks until he moves. But it already was cut off, so he doesn't get into his actual place later on in the month, and then he'll have it. So he's just using his phone, and I'm like, that sucks, but that's on you. He also then the other basement started talking to him and said, were you hanging with the albino rhino tonight? Saw a lot of Plan B BeerWorks check-ins, and then he responded with, yes, he's still at Chad's house, the albino rhino. They went to 2 breweries and a craft beer bar. And then Jamie says, sit beside each other at Chad's computer for the hangout. That would be just adorable. I don't know if we'd want to see Chad and him on the same hangout. I'm not on board. Hillbilly Wine 101 says, happy drinking, fellas. Right back at you.
Hillbilly.
Yeah. Chris confirms what I suspected. He says no in response to the adorable hangout between him and the albino rhino. Eric, who is in the chat right here for no really tangible reason, just yells out, Mickey's.
all caps.
All caps with 4. Yeah. Is that 4 exclamation marks? 4 or 5? No, 5. 5 exclamation marks.
It ain't 5.
Yeah, but he's settling on a Yingling now.
It's 5. Yeah, now he's into the Yingling. Got to slow it down a little bit.
The summer wheat.
Oh, it is the summer wheat. Did you get a mix pack or something?
Yeah, or no, I went to Ohio and grabbed a bunch of 6-packs.
Gotcha. That's cool. After my little snide comment towards the Basement Brothers, where I said they share a single brain, which I still stand by the way. Jamie from Basement Beer says, Joe trashing the basements, ? As soon as you start uploading content, I'm unsubbing. I appreciate the support. And then Chris continues with, can't wait for Joe's channel in 4 more years. Probably not even be 4 years, bro. And then in the basement also says, watch Ozark, which I believe a couple of you are, right?
I've heard of Ozark. I haven't watched it. Good.
Yeah, I watched that. It's pretty good.
Ozark. I'll have to look him up.
That on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Jason Bateman.
Netflix original stars Jason Bateman.
Okay.
Oh, it's a TV show?
Yeah.
But it's a Netflix show.
Oh, okay.
Or is it a TV show?
No, it's a Netflix show. It's on Netflix. Netflix original.
Yeah.
There's one more comment. I'm not going to read it because Jamie from Basement Beer is not a classy individual. This is a PG show. We don't swear here. We don't reference penises at all. It's classy.
I'll say it. He says, Joe is wanting to
damn it.
upload content until his beard can touch his wiener without arching his back.
That would be an interesting timeline. I'll look into. It's gonna be pretty, based on how it's been growing. It's probably gonna be quicker than 4 years, but at least 2. So we'll see what happens.
At least 2, but no more than 4.
Yeah, somewhere between 2 to 4 years. I can't. There's no ETA aside from that.
Can we get a betting line of the over/under on that?
I'd say the over. I give you. Actually, that would be. I wouldn't actually know what the odds were. I'd have to think about that for a while. I don't even know why I'm thinking about it.
So what's the prop bet? How long before Joe catches a cramp?
Yeah.
Drunken, you look bored, buddy.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just sitting in,
I think it's Grateful Dead shirt on tonight.
enjoying these wonderful comments.
Yeah. Drunken One is just recovering from yesterday's long massive line of hangouts.
I mean, if there was like a Google Hangout roadie, that'd be Drunken One.
I would have to imagine Drunken One is in the 1 percentile when it comes to amount of hangouts that he has joined in the last month compared to every other single user in the Google Plus universe.
There's no extra points, though. I'll tell you that.
Wow. You think maybe Google would support your channel? Like, this guy loves our Hangout features. Maybe feature you in like a video, like a commercial or something for it.
Exactly.
Poster boy. He'd be the poster boy.
If y'all aren't cool on the new layout that YouTube's got for us, you can change it back to the old style. When you're in your own page, if you click on your icon and then go all the way to the bottom, you can go back to the old style if that's what you like. It'll just ask you why you did it, and then you can choose. I don't have an answer for you, and you can choose that option if you like. But you can get the old look back if that bugs you. The new look.
The new look doesn't really throw me off too much. It was funny because I had one of the guys ask me about it previously, and I hadn't seen it, and then I saw it. I was like, oh, they did change the layout.
Yeah, well, coincidentally, that's when I was in one of those hangouts, and I got trolled or scammed or however you want to put it. And so I had to like redo my whole computer to get it back to working again. And then coincidentally, it was that same day that they were changing up that format. And I was saying, well, shit, now my YouTube doesn't look the same.
Well, what I do like though is they added that dark theme. I don't know if you guys are using that or not.
Yeah.
So I do like the dark theme on there.
I like the new. I like the new look on smartphones and tablets. It works well, but I feel like some of the text is way too big for like a regular PC. I don't know what it is, but it feels like everything's enlarged, and I'm like, I get what they're doing. They're trying to streamline it and make it like very minimal, but I'm not a huge fan of it on like a normal PC on like Chrome or something.
Yeah.
Right. No, I think they changed it all like that for the telephones.
Yeah.
Are streaming from or looking at telephones.
I'd imagine I'm not going to put a percentage on it, but there's probably a high percentage that basically just use their smartphones or tablets as opposed to the actual PCs. So it makes sense from that aspect for people though who actually have computers. I'm not the hugest fan, but I do like the dark theme, like Rod was saying. It especially at night, easier on your eyes and whatnot.
Yeah, that makes it kind of nice there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
What kind of ice cube was that?
That was a subdued ice cube.
Like a Friday after the blunt ice cube?
Yeah, that's pretty much. I don't want to say it, but yeah, that's pretty much accurate.
So it's funny. Usually, like Dusty Rhodes has become kind of a mascot of the show. Mm-hmm. And I was watching some stuff earlier, and I was watching something that was like the highlights of The Rock with the one-liners. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody had any better one-liners than The Rock in wrestling.
Well, that's how basically Rock became so popular. Yeah, he had basically he was great at promos because of the one-liners. If he had to actually talk, a lot of guys nowadays are probably better than him at that. But like Stone Cold could just sit there and talk and say a lot of stuff, and you'd be like, holy shit, he's awesome. The Rock would come in and throw like 17 one-liners, and that would be his promo. They were hilarious, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't going off the script too much. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He would write a lot of stuff with I forgot the one writer at the WWE, Brian Gerwitz, I believe, was the dude that did all the promos with The Rock. They would sit there and just come up with just tons of shit. He said he threw away so much stuff, it was unbelievable, but the stuff he ended up coming up with was pretty fantastic, actually.
Yeah. Is there anything anybody you think that was better than The Rock at one-liners or close to him?
No, probably not one-liners, no.
Yeah.
I mean, you could look at a guy like Ric Flair, daddy. Now Ric Flair could talk for 20 minutes, and he's fantastic at it, but he was much more than just one-liners. I don't think, not better, but Hogan was kind of like that, he had his 4 or 5 things he would pop in. He never deviated as a good guy back in the 80s or early 90s from his script, where The Rock kept on trying to reinvent himself. I mean, Rock was only like popular for about 5 or 6 years, from like the 97.
With the Nation until becoming good.
Yeah. Basically 97-ish to like 2002, 3. And then he was pretty much part-time after that, became huge in movies. People forget him and Stone Cold, how good they were in their prime, but their prime was very short.
Oh, yeah.
You look at someone like Cena nowadays, everyone knows John Cena, but the dude's been around for like, almost 15 years.
Cena does have some pretty good lines when he does stuff, too.
He does, but
I used to watch it.
Yeah, Cena's an amazing talker as well. He's the one problem is he's become very stale over the last good 8 to 10 years, where his promos are very similar, but not even in an enjoying way. Just like, I fight for the good of the world and all the kids and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's cool. But like nobody really likes you outside of everyone that's sub 10 years old. It's
funny because it's like you try to get to a point where you can make that movie jump.
Yeah.
He hasn't really gotten there fully. He's done some movies, but it hasn't been great. But it's kind of like he's like Tim Meadows was stuck on Saturday Night Live, and everybody else had left to do stuff. And Tim Meadows like, hey, I'm still here,
It's hilarious when The Rock came back like 5 years ago, and they had the feud between the two.
Yeah.
And Cena's go-to was, basically calling The Rock a part-timer and how he left. And I mean, after The Rock left, and I think it was 2004, I think his management team at the time told him not to like disassociate with the WWE and wrestling in general because it's going to hurt your wrestling career. Well, fast forward to about 2010 to 11-ish, and I think I don't want to say he had a new management team, but he got so popular, he was like, I don't fucking care who. Yeah, I'm gonna associate with it because I like wrestling, and this is where I started from. He's like, people aren't gonna not watch me now. I'm too popular, and he came back and did everything. But Cena, kept on giving shit about being a part timer and blah blah blah. And it's like Cena's in the exact same predicament right now. He keeps on leaving to go and film. He has a TV show on Fox. He films a couple months out of the year. Then he leaves and goes does a movie and comes back. And when he comes back, all the new guys basically tear him a new one about being a part timer. But then he's good enough to flip the script on them. Whereas when him and The Rock were going, The Rock kind of lost against Cena in a lot of respects on the mic because The Rock had those awesome one-liners, but Cena could talk for 10 minutes and just destroy him differently every time. Yeah. It was fun to watch. Yeah, it was really interesting. But now Cena's in the same place as Rock. Was like, now you're a hypocrite, Cena, because you're in the same place The Rock was like 7 years ago. But
no.
Bring it in, Eric. Bring it in.
Yeah, let's hear this, Eric. Where? What do you mean no?
Did you see last week's where he destroyed Roman Reigns?
No, I did. Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to watch it.
No, I did. No, I did watch it. Yeah.
I think you did. It's not like you say you didn't.
No, I did. I did see that. It was fantastic.
Well, what are you saying then?
Do you have a Tom issue? I don't know. What do you mean what I'm saying? I'm saying he's in the same place as The Rock as far as his movie career goes, and he keeps leaving, coming back, and he does. And people call him part timers, but he's good enough to flip the script on them where The Rock wasn't. That's all I was saying. But he's in the same situation The Rock was. Like he's getting more movie roles now, and he keeps leaving, and he comes back, and people tell him that he's a part timer, and he says he's not. But he's pretty much how The Rock was like 7 years ago. He's gonna keep on leaving more and more because. Hey, once Hollywood starts calling, you gotta go, man. It's lots of money.
I don't blame him for leaving.
No, listen. Wrestling is not an easy gig. As many people think that it's fake. It's not fake. It's choreographed. It's predetermined. But those guys, they take bumps
the hell out of each other
for 250, 300 days out of the year. They are hitting a hard surface. So many of them have neck injuries and long term. Like you look at someone like Hogan. Hogan wasn't a high flyer. Hogan did nothing. He's got a knee replacement, a hip replacement. He's all fucked up. He could barely walk. It's not fake. It's one of those things where if you can get out of it early, like what's he to 40? I mean, he can go and be a star for the next 20 years. So
it's not the hits that they take. It's the body slams and the superplexes that they take.
It's just the repetitive nature of getting hit over and over in certain areas. It's like if you keep on landing on your neck and on your back, eventually your neck and your back's gonna not feel great, and you're gonna have, you keep on landing on your knees constantly. Probably gonna need knee replacement surgery when you get older.
Well, a few years ago, the average age of a wrestler dies at 45.
Yeah, I think that's getting a little bit better, just because. Specifically, WWE has the whole wellness policy now, where
they were put under a spotlight too.
Well, and all that, like the Chris Benoit stuff, and then there is so many people that died under 40 from about the mid 90s to like 2010ish.
Yep.
And it's not WWE's fault, but it's the business itself, and they weren't policing it. They weren't really paying attention. They were ignoring, kind of like the NFL, right? With the concussion
like the NFL too, right? So
They hey, concussions. It's like, well, you get dropped on your head or you get hit in the helmet repeatedly. I don't care you don't even have some of the technology back then to find out what's exactly happening. And now we're starting to get some of this technology and some of these different tests, and they're finding out, getting hit in the head repeatedly is not a great idea. Not the best idea for anybody in this world.
Well, I wish the NFL would take targeting more seriously. I will say that. Yeah, they kind of push it off because these guys are professionals. They should know that, but
I don't know. It's kind of like the game today. We were talking about that call that wasn't targeted, which I'm glad it wasn't, because I don't think the guy should have been ejected in the Michigan game. And the point is football. So
I understand that.
People that play football can tell you how hard it's physics to try to pull up at the last second and not hit someone. So it's kind of like some calls that get called for targeting are bad. But I mean, the things are happening there. But again, it's football. Unless you're going to put everybody in flags, then you got to let people play at a point.
I understand that shit happens. I'll use that term, shit happens.
Yeah.
But if you're But if they say a targeting call and then they go back and say, hey, he was actually going for his head, you should be gone.
Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't matter if it's the NFL or if it's a college game. You're gone, you're gone.
But I think that's like today's, like when I grew up in the league, and Drunken One probably will attest to this, watching football. Grew up at a time where we had people like, Rodney Harrison and Steve Atwater and the one dude that was on the Raiders back in the 70s.
Dude, Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott. I mean,
Ronnie Lott. Yeah.
That's football. Those are the hits you took. It's gotten to a softer type game now. Right. And I can understand because of the health type issues, but at a point, it's kind of like, do you still want to call it football? Because you can't make it too safe in a violent type game. I mean,
if it's intermittent, that's one thing, but if it's blatantly targeting, that's another thing.
The game itself is violent by nature. That's the game.
I mean, when you play it, your goal is to. At a point when I played in the high school, it was put the other guy out of the game. I mean, he wasn't trying to be targeted, but you hit him as hard as you could to try to knock him out.
Yeah. The physicality was 100%, and you don't want. I mean, at least you shouldn't want to injure the opponent, but you want to make. Yeah. You want to make the hardest hit you can possibly get within the rules. The problem nowadays is that here's the thing. When this game first came to be, how many years ago are we talking? Football. 80, 90, 100?
Yeah, hundreds, I think, yeah.
So the people that were playing back then were way smaller, less diverse. Now you have the average size of someone's what? Fucking 6'2", 210? Maybe even more?
Yeah.
These people
Probably more.
Yeah, 100 years ago, it was the size and speed of these people were not nearly as crazy as now. Plus, it was not your job either. Now you train year-round. These athletes are in amazing shape. They are faster, quicker, stronger than the average human being by far. Yeah. You put the fucking in uniforms and you have them run around a field and crush one another. You can only do so much to honestly help people from getting injured. It's inevitable. It's going to happen.
Now, so part of it too is the equipment, because you take those same people that play rugby, their injuries are a lot less than what you get in NFL.
Yeah, dude. Some of the equipment is just unreal. Like some of these shoulder pads and the size.
As you learn, you want to hear that pop. So you grow up going through Pee Wee and everything up where you want to have that pop, and so you're doing those kind of hits to cause that.
One thing, though, I think is bullshit is so many people are so quick to blame the refs and stuff. And there are bad refs. There are also good refs. But you also have to realize the refs are seeing things on the field. They don't have instant replay instantaneous like we do at home. They're seeing stuff live. Hindsight's 20/20. So but here's another thing. You look at the NFL. How many refs are full-time? For a fucking $1 billion,
none of them are.
A good amount of money for part-time.
Well, they're part-time, and I think this year they actually hired so many full-time, or maybe it was last year, like a certain.
Yeah, that was a knock on them. Yeah.
Yeah, but every single official to be full-time, you're making tens of billions of dollars. I'm sure you can afford to pay like 50, 60 refs and the side judges and everybody. That's bullshit when you're bringing in all this money and you want to make sure the sports ran to the highest it can possibly be, especially when it comes to officiating, and you're paying them as part-time employees. That's absolute horseshit. Absolute horseshit. I
think John Pierre read something. He said like the average salary was like $100,000, close to that, for a part-time job.
Yeah. No, that's great, but at the same time, like you should make sure all year long that their focus is on that job. Yeah. You can pay them a little bit more. How about 150? You fucking have billions of dollars. Sure. Make sure your players are safe, because you know what? If there are no great players, who the fuck cares about your 32 stupid teams? If people continue to get injured and you lose stars all because the officiating's piss poor and guys are getting injured constantly because they can't, basically enforce the rule book, then what are you doing?
Well, part of the problem, though, is the rule book is causing injuries. You got players that are getting hit low because they're told they have to hit low because of the rules, and receivers and tight ends will tell you they'd rather get hit up. And they're losing knees and stuff because of the low hits. So the rules are a part of the problem, too.
Well, but
then where's your target zone, then?
You ask receivers and tight ends, they'd rather be chest up.
They would, but
stomach up. They'd rather be the top upper half body, because you get hit in the knees, your knees are blown, you're out for the season. Look at Edelman. Edelman's going for a season now.
Yeah, but that's true. But then you look at it.
It's because same way.
those players don't care about the long-term effects of getting hit in the head because that's down the line.
You can walk away like a lot of the players do, like after 6 years now.
You could, but it's one of those things. Save the player his brain now, and maybe let his ACL go for a year and come back, or save the guy so he can live a life until his 70s or 80s. It's way too tough to determine by an individual basis. It's like there's no right or wrong answer because it's impossible. Yeah. It's a violent sport, and no matter how you get hit and what's going to happen, your brain's going to be hurt, your limbs are going to be hurt. Someone's getting hurt. That's just how it goes. It's the nature of the beast.
That's the purpose of football. I mean, that's just going to happen. That's
also, these guys know what they're getting. These guys know what they're getting into when they're signing up for it. They know, long term, we're going to make great money. May not be able to count it when we're done, but at the same time,
make no mistake about it. They get paid. The reason why they get paid extremely well is because they're in a business where people want to see this. That's why they get paid tens of millions of dollars. The stars and even the bottom rung players still like the veteran minimum is still like over $1 million. They get paid extremely well, and no one's forcing them to play the game.
Right.
As I like to say, that's on them.
In the NFL, your contracts aren't guaranteed either.
No, and they should.
Only baseball has guaranteed contracts.
And you have guys like today, TJ Ward, 3-time Pro Bowler, and he gets cut, and he's still, he's only 30 years old, but he's still at the, one of the elite defensive guys in the game.
Yeah.
Well, let me go to the chat here real quick.
They're showing you they don't care about you.
It's just the Rhino, and no one really cares about him. Let's be honest.
Well, he brings up a good point. He says the NHL has a headshot rule, but it's real hard to stop on skates. And then he says rugby has a less injury because everyone is more careful because you don't get hurt performing a tackle.
Yeah.
Right.
Does the NFL have not a referee union like the NHL is what he says.
They don't. I don't think they're as powerful as the NHL.
No. But at the same time, that's another thing. I get what you're saying, Rod, about that's the sport.
I played football in high school. I was asked to come out to play in college, but it's football. You assume that response. To me, like when you play football has become basically our gladiator sport. So you take on these risks to go in and play it. It used to be like boxing, but boxing has its own kind of issues. Speaking of bad ref, and I would like to see McGregor hit the mat, but that's a whole different situation.
He would have too.
He would have hit the mat, and football is just kind of, and at a point for me, when I grew up watching it, like in the 90s, we used to have NFL Films would put out a video called NFL Best Hits or whatever. And so you have the best hits in the league. Now you don't have that anymore. It's kind of like, you got to have the safety of the players, and that's understandable. But at the same point, when is it going to be like football? It's not, to me, it's less football than what it is now. Like some of these things, they slow down the game to check all these different things. And it's like, that's not part of being football anymore. It's kind of like, I don't know. I guess I'm just old school, and I'm just used to. If you're going to go out there and play, you're going to go out there and play.
I do think that could help. I don't know what percentage it could help. Is there's a lot of dudes, especially in the NFL, that don't respect their peers, and they are repeat offenders, and you know who they are, and they've injured a lot of people.
We got one here in Cincinnati with Perfect that he gets a lot of stuff. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. It's like, look, man, that's your fellow. Basically, your fellow employee. You're employed by each league, but you're employed by the league in general. It's like, you should want to make sure that he doesn't get those yards, he doesn't get to where he's supposed to be, you do. But once you injure a guy significantly once and then twice and three and then four times, there's a pattern involved. He should be just done. You shouldn't be able to illegally hit someone like a half dozen times and be like, oh, well, this, and then just make up excuses. You're not respecting your the people you're going against. You should have a little bit of respect. And I understand it's all like, it's quick, it happens, I get it. But when you do it that many times, it's not an accident anymore. And it's ridiculous that those guys are still in the league like that. They shouldn't be.
The thing about football is it's all about harnessing that control and that anger and stuff. And, for years, Rodney Harrison, because a lot of players called him the dirtiest player in the league. But if you go back and you look at his hits, some were borderline and everything, but there isn't a lot that he didn't do a legitimate hit on people either.
Well, no, and it's funny if again, you can't. A lot of people like to compare different eras to one another. If we took the same rules now into like the 70s and 80s for football, every single defensive player would be suspended like 40 times because that's all they did was hit people hard. in the head, targeting body parts. Same thing in hockey. Like nowadays, they're protecting the head because concussions and everything, and they should be. In hockey, there's so many times where like you'll see, yes, it's fast, it's on skates, you're going 20 miles an hour, things are happening, but you'll see guys where they could lead, just a little bit, just don't maybe don't hit them directly in the head or kind of they like jump into it and stuff. But if you go back to the like 70s and 80s hockeys, as Rhino says right on the chat, he's like Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em hockey. Yeah, Don Cherry would be like, this is the greatest thing ever. Now those guys are in wheelchairs or dead because of all the head injuries. It's a different time, I mean, it's shitty. There's no easy way to fix it. If there was, it would be fixed, right?
Well, I remember when they interviewed Deacon Jones a few years ago, who's considered by many to be the all-time sack leader, but they just didn't track sacks back when he was doing it. And they asked him if he could play in the league today. He said, no, you couldn't afford to have me in the league. I'd be fined out of my salary every game because he created the head slap where he would slap the offensive lineman as soon as the ball was snapped, and it would make the offensive lineman dizzy, and his bell would be rung, and he would get around to the quarterback. Yeah. So it is a different type thing for sure.
And it's funny when you say my bell was rung, that's a concussion, basically.
Yeah. Some really 6'5", 300-pound man slaps you upside the head. You're probably going to be concussed.
Probably.
Really kind of what it boils down to is the athlete has outgrown the game itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a physical game like hockey or like football, where that matters because it's part of the being physical is a huge part of the game.
Even basketball being physical,
yeah, but you can at least control that a little bit more. It's not you're not like in hockey, you're hitting every fucking shift every time. In football, every play, you can get NBA not so much, baseball certainly not.
Yeah, but look at basketball now compared to back in the day. Like I'll use Eric's area as an example. You look at the Detroit Bad Boys. Yeah, they committed a foul.
Oh, they
would have called a foul. This is a foul.
No, they committed about 17 fouls after that foul. Right?
Nowadays, you have LeBron James get bumped by the lowest guy on the court. He's falling back like he's flopping around like he got fouled. Yeah. Like LeBron, come on, dude, really?
Through a Bill Lambier.
Oh my God, Bill Lambier and Keith Mahora will put him in the back row.
Bill Lambier didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
No, absolutely no fucks given whatsoever. And if you saw the 30 for 30, he didn't apologize at all. Like the 30 for 30 that they had, he was like, "Yeah, no, that's."
I mean, when
Dennis Rodman said "fuck Jordan" and "fuck Pippen," and more or less.
On that team, when Dennis Rodman is your cool-headed guy, you got issues.
Isn't that crazy?
Right.
And then what he developed into from that to that, that's insane.
Yeah.
And anyway, I think someone said that the Albano Rana wanted a link, but I don't.
You got him there? You can send the link. Send Chad.
Yeah. Chris in the basement said Chad wants an invite, please. No, we're good. Sorry, we're good.
Did you send him one? Or I didn't send him one.
I didn't send him one.
You did. Yeah.
You can send them. This is your chat. This is your chat. Also, Chad, the Albano said, "What about Sexy Star and Rosemary?" Well, I don't think anybody's up to date on that, but there was an incident in Mexican wrestling, I think this past week, where there was these two female wrestlers, one named Sexy Star, one named Rosemary, where, I mean, again, wrestling is predetermined, choreographed. You're supposed to protect your opponent. That's how you're basically, doing a dance in there, right? You're performing an act. And after she put her in an armbar, Sexy Star put Rosemary in an armbar instead of letting go after she tapped out in the ring. She actually kept on yanking on it, like really, like in real life yanking on it, and almost tore her bicep. She actually bruised it and all this stuff. And that's a crazy incident. Yeah, where you see something, and to this day, like, after like a week, no one knows why she did it. She came out and gave like a half-ass apology about why she did. Like, it didn't even make sense. And every other wrestler basically said that Rosemary, who, the one that got her arm basically yanked, they were like, you should never hurt your opponent or whatever. And you see some of that stuff, and it's crazy. It's because it's like wrestling, yes, it's physical or whatever, but it's also a show. Bret Hart used to say is like it's a dance, it's great, but no one, when we're done, we're not supposed to be actually hurt.
Right.
We're supposed to put on a great show. Everyone goes back, has a beer together, has a great time. No one's like, oh, I got to go to the hospital because I have 17 stitches in my head, or I broke my leg, or whatever.
I got kicked in the face.
Yeah.
Wait, Joe, are you saying it's not real?
I will not. I will
I
say
remember
it's
with
real.
somebody, I forgot who it was, but they got pile drived in a match. And the person that got pile drive was supposed to win the match, but they actually hurt their neck and they couldn't move, so the other guy had to pin them.
Well, Stone Cold had his neck broken in the ring by Owen Hart.
Yeah.
He did basically the same thing that the Undertaker's finishing move, which is the tombstone.
Yeah.
But he left his head dangling too far down. So when he hit it, it went all the pressure went directly on his neck. That's why Stone Cold ended up retiring early. I think it was 2003, because that was when he first broke his neck, and I think he re-broke it again, and it was all because of Owen Hart, who is considered one of the best technical wrestlers, and he didn't really ever injure anyone. And he injured Stone Cold, and he never really apologized for it to Stone Cold too, which is the craziest thing ever. Which is like, if I broke someone's neck in the ring accidentally, doing a lot more than apologizing to the individual. You know?
Yeah.
Especially in somewhere where you're not supposed to get injured at all, let alone break somebody's neck. So that's crazy.
Yeah. But speaking about some of the wrestlers, I think back that had some good one-liners. Roddy Piper was pretty good.
Roddy Piper. Oh, dude, Roddy Piper.
Jimmy Snuka's feud going on. He'd have some good stuff going on.
Fucking
Piper was good.
Oh yeah. I think Piper is one of those individuals that was a way better talker than an actual wrestler.
Yeah, well, he definitely was. He wasn't even as shape as a wrestler, it seemed, half the time.
No, he did. Especially when he got the WCW in the mid-90s, late 90s, where they paid him a bunch of money. He was super old and out of shape. He didn't really care. He just rambled a bunch and then fucking looked terrible in the ring. It was great. But he's Roddy Piper, so everyone was like, yeah, it's Roddy Piper, right?
Piper,
right? Drunken, quit rubbing your eyes, drunken.
Oh, yes, sir.
Drunken one, you might have to tap out.
I'm gonna pull a Joe and just leave my avatar up there or something.
Yeah. Otherwise, you get shit.
Make sure y'all don't hear me snoring.
That Corona hat swing you down.
The hangouts are catching up to you, drunken one. You might have to down only like 6 a night.
I seen you rubbing your eyes, buddy. That's why I said something.
Eric is looking out for you, drunken one. That's what Eric does.
I know.
Eric is king of the PSA, so you
don't drink and drive. I'm here.
Eric's a good guy. He looks out for his fellow peers. That's all.
Yeah, that's all
Hey,
good.
somebody has to.
Yeah, no one else is going to.
Right? I wake up with a short myself.
If anything, Paul would come in here and encourage you to like fall asleep on camera. That's what Paul would do.
Yeah, where's Paul anyway?
Paul, get real drunk and sleepy, and I'll go for a drive.
He's probably still working.
No, he's switching to a new job. I think he just got hired on somewhere.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He was saying in our UK chat, he was talking about him getting an interview and they offered him a job.
Yeah, he seemed really pumped about it. And then he wanted to start a chat tonight, and then no one in the chat replied to him.
Around and send him anything. He may have his girls tonight, though, so he might have been tired out from running them around all day.
Yeah, it could be too. Yeah.
Oh, candy.
I sent him a message last night that was like, congrats on the job. And I just told him, I was helping my cousin move or whatever. I wasn't around. And he just replied with one single word. I don't know what it meant. He just said, here. Here. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Didn't say anything else. I'm like, all right. Like, either he's effed up or I don't know. Maybe he's at work hitting the wrong button, but it made no sense. Here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that means, Paul. Still don't.
What the fuck does that mean, Joe?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Is anybody drinking anything different now?
I'm actually gonna go get a beer, I think. Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting another one, but I'm gonna just listen to you guys.
You not get another one? You're at home?
Yeah.
You're
Not yet. Ooh, an all-day IPA, Todd?
Yeah.
How fresh is it? How fresh?
Yeah, how fresh!
You can't drink it.
He probably gets it pretty fresh
Oh, I'm sure he does.
in Indiana.
It had they had an August date on the box, so it wasn't too bad.
$15.99 at $12.15.
That's pretty fucking fresh.
That's
One for $13.99 also. I got that in the Centennial at the same time
Yeah,
Thursday.
Todd's getting good deals.
yeah. Todd's learning from the master. Learning from the master.
For a 15-pack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
And Eric lives there where Founders is.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Eric will go to his local place. The shit will be like 8 months old.
You can recycle.
It's probably the Michigan tax. That's where you get killed at.
Yeah.
Did anyone pick
damn fucking politicians? We want our money.
Yeah.
99 apiece, though.
Did any of you guys see the oak-aged vanilla worldwide stout yet in your neck of the woods?
I
Dogfish Head?
I haven't looked yet. No.
I
haven't seen it.
picked one up, but I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink it right now. I don't want to drink it.
Drink it. Drink it.
Mm-mm.
I ended up making a beer run earlier today. I really didn't want to, but it was like I was there, so.
You had $5 to burn in your pocket, so you thought you'd go on a beer.
Yeah, I picked more than that. I mean, I picked up the Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest beer, although I didn't want to because it's still early. But I won't drink it for a little bit of time.
Me too.
And I finally picked up the Ballast Point Red Velvet.
That's on you. I'm just telling you right now. It's totally all on you.
I haven't tried that one.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. You should probably just pour it directly down the drain. Give a solid review of how the drain feels about it.
And then one of our places here did a bourbon barrel blackberry stout, so I picked that up.
That sounds fucking really cool.
And then I got a IPA, wild IPA. Huh?
So how much was that one? $1.99?
No, that was from that was $2.99. That was from
it was $2.99. It was a whole dollar more.
The Ballast Point was $2.60.
What, for a single bottle?
No. Sorry, Ballast Point was $2.49.
The Red Velvet. The Red Velvet beer?
Red Velvet, yeah.
Yeah, you got ripped off if you had to pay money for it.
And then I got the Two Evil. It says Two Evil Twin Pachama. $2.69.
The sweet potato beer with like the chili and something in it.
No, some of them porter.
No, it's a porter with sweet potatoes, chili, and something else.
Without a word.
What the fuck? Sweet potato? Are you kidding me?
There's some sweet potato beers, baby.
There's Black Frog Brewing out of Northern Ohio. They do a sweet potato beer. Sweet potatoes no different than pumpkin. Doing pumpkin beers.
Oh, they're much better.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Sweet potato beer?
Yeah, what's wrong with sweet potato beer? You drink pumpkin beer?
No, I don't drink pumpkin beer.
Okay.
You like your sweet potatoes?
I don't drink fucking sweet potatoes either.
But you drink Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So you'll drink the corn, but you won't drink sweet potatoes.
Exactly.
Only one vegetable is allowed to be consumed.
These are
in a beer can or bottle. Yeah.
Shut up, Joe. Shut up.
I like my cream corn, but I can't handle the sweet potatoes.
The Zaw.
There's the $1.99 beer.
This was $3.99.
I almost had to pay $5 for this.
22 ounce. It was a good beer. Eric liked it.
I did. I loved it. It was really good.
It was a good one.
Yeah. That's one of the classic. No, I would just say classic, but it's one of the better, just like regular imperial stouts that you can find readily available wherever Avery distributes.
Yeah.
And get great deals on them, apparently, for Rod. Everyone else get a regular price.
Then Joe and I are going to do the Maudite at some point.
The Maudite? I think it's Maudite. I have no idea. We're going to fuck it up again.
It's been a while since I've done it.
Well, at least we did Le Fin du Mont. At least we did that. We did that correctly. Now we don't Maudite. Yeah, that would be fun to do. I did pick up though the Oktoberfest though from Sierra Nevada too, because I was like, fuck it. I picked it up last year before. I was like, not my favorite style, but it's cool. They always do it with a different brewery. So
I mean, it was $1.59 for the can. So
yeah, same thing here.
You could throw it in the cart. Why not?
Yeah, exactly what I did. I picked up a new Imperial Stout from Evil Twin called "You're in the Jungle, Baby," and I'm gonna die apparently with chilies, honey, tangerine pill, and cocoa nibs. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I gotta try it.
Did I show you guys that the Beer Fest list was done now?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay.
And as you're reading it, you seem disappointed though. You're like, the other one's better. The other one's usually better.
We had 500 plus beers in the last one.
That was the one you were referencing and saying it was better.
Yeah. We got bad ones here, but it's just like,
Yeah, No, it seems like you showed it, and I'd say like at least half of the beers, just like most of the breweries bring in some of their common beers, but then there were some like specialties and rotating offerings that look pretty good too. Yeah, by no means, if you went to the Head Beer Fest, would you be disappointed?
No.
You get to drink your 20 samples or whatever, and you could find something basically for everybody.
Well, we started pouring at 3:30, and they went us there like by 2:30 or so. So I figured get there too, because once beer starts getting tapped, we can start sampling it. So that helps to get a good head start going.
Yeah. There are a lot of fucking comments that Chad has put, but I'll go back.
I sent Chad the link.
Oh, did you?
Google Plus.
Jamie from Basement Beer says he's having another beer from the Across the Nation collaboration pack. It's a Canadian pack where I want to say it's Central City out of British Columbia. They did a collab with, I think, every single brewery in each province.
Okay.
He says he's loving the idea, even though this particular beer he's drinking right now is not good, and it's called Upper Reaches Pale Ale. Tastes a bit soapy, he says. There was a peated Scottish ale he tried earlier that was so good.
I like a good Scottish ale.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Chad starts talking about NHL. He says Vancouver Canucks signed Thomas Vanek today. That's on them. He also says NHL has a headshot rule.
That's up for booze reviews. He's Vancouver.
Yeah, he is. He also says they have a headshot rule now in the NHL, real hard to stop on skates, but after the Pronger, Bugard, Stevens days, 300-pound men running faster than 100-pound men, injuries will happen. I think he's referring to the NFL. Talked about rugby. We covered that. I asked about the referee union. He says you cannot sue the cigarette companies because you knew what they were getting into, but NFL and NHL players can sue the league for head injuries. I think the issue with the NFL is the NFL was like actually keeping information away from the players and the player association for quite a while until the whole CTE thing broke. Like they were
suppressing how serious the medical injuries were.
Yeah, they were like they had like a committee that was made up of like trainers, not even like actual doctors or anything, and they would do a study, be like, oh yeah, it's fine, you don't get concussions or whatever. So yeah, that was the big issue with the NFL. As far as the NHL, I don't know. He says another problem is players turning their back to hits for the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Couple other things where apparently I burned somebody, and then Chad, I guess I burned Chad, and then Chad told Chris to go back to bed. Then he starts talking about different issues in wrestling, about like Edge and Matt Hardy and cheated on the girlfriend, and they hate each other, and then they actually had to perform in the ring, and they actually didn't injure one another, even though in real life they were like absolutely pissed at one another for things happening.
Matt Hardy got the spear.
Yeah. Chris asks how's the gas prices where everybody is right now.
I think we looked at that earlier to like $2.79 or $2.89 or something.
Yeah, it's like
that's for regular.
Here. Yeah, $2.60s here as well.
Oh,
yeah,
$2.60.
The refineries are going to push the prices up till they get the refineries all back working.
Yeah, I did see it. They said for the next 4 to 6 weeks it'll probably go, and then it will take another 4 to 6 to just start slowly going down. But they said it will take a little bit longer than usual, just because of how big the disaster was and how everything's going. So I mean, hey, if we have to deal with a little bit higher gas prices,
it's like, what are you going to do? You just got to do what you got to do. So
just be smarter.
Take the bus.
Take less.
You may have for mass transportation.
Be more. Understand when you go out, you fucking be more efficient with your time and your gas. I guess that's the only way you can really do it. Don't go out 100 times when you forget stuff.
Which is funny because I was thinking the other day, it's like my most difficult decision of the day is what craft beer I want to drink, right?
Yeah.
There's people that like have no home, they're flooded, they can't go in. So it's kind of like you really can't bitch about anything, what everybody else is going through in those situations down there.
For sure. And I would encourage everybody to, if they have it, give a little bit money.
Yeah.
Give even sending 10, 20 bucks will help. You have a lot of people sending it. We all don't have money like, famous athletes and businessmen and stuff, but every little bit counts.
If you send J.J. Watt's group is up to 17 million, I heard today.
Yeah. Think about if you send $25, you can buy like 6 cases of water. You know what I mean? It's like that would go far away for somebody. It really would. Yeah. So
speaking of, not to get into a whole political type moment, but there was a thing on today.
Oh boy.
And Donald Trump was talking about the Coast Guard saving like a certain amount of people. I think it was like 11,000 people. That's what he said. But he's like, the media won't go there. Like, why would the media get in the way of people doing life-saving jobs?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just one of those things. Like, just shut up and say, "Hey, Coast Guard, great job. We appreciate what you do," and leave it alone.
Yeah. Well, that's the unfortunate thing for Donald Trump. He can almost say nothing positive without putting some kind of political spin that is against him. Like, everything's against him. Even when he's trying to be positive, he has to throw a little line in there that is like, the media is attacking me, or this is this and this is this. And it's just like, no, just look.
It's like, just be humble. Yeah, humility used to mean something.
Yes, Houston's a fucking shitty place. You know, a big part of Texas is. Just stop with the bullshit. Like, just people that need help. You go out there, keep positive mind. Don't bring the stupid shit in there. Done. Yeah. Just act like a good person should. Even if you're not, just do it for like a day or two, please.
It's like Smoking a Bandit with Jackie Gleason. You can think it, but don't you say it.
just keep your fucking trap shut for like 2 days. That's all we're asking. It's not. I don't feel like it's hard, even though apparently it's really difficult.
But anyway, I got to get off on a political tangent.
Yeah, no.
That kind of irked me today when I saw that.
Yep. After that, Chad said 2 throats cut during NHL games, which.
What? 2 throats cut?
Oh, both of them happened in Buffalo. Clint Malarchuk in the early 90s, where the goaltender got his carotid artery cut. And my dad's friend went to the game and said people were just like vomiting everywhere.
Was it just like a flying skate or something? Like
he crashed into the net. Like, Rod, go look up Clint Malarchuk
on I don't want
YouTube.
To see it.
No, it's one of the most nastiest injuries ever, because it's like his neck is a faucet.
I don't even see Joe Theismann's leg getting broken by LT.
No, this just like every time the man's heartbeat, it's just like a faucet was turned on. It's disgusting. But it hit his carotid artery or his jugular, I can't remember. And then again, Richard Zednick, I want to say it was about 6 or 7 years ago in Buffalo. Once again, he in the corner, a guy went in for a hit, and he actually fell. And as he was falling, his legs went in the air and cut his carotid artery. And both times, luckily, there was a fucking doctor in the stands that helped save both of their lives both times.
God. What the hell are you guys doing in Buffalo?
Basically slicing necks of certain individuals.
It's like gangland or something.
That is crazy, though. I think people have gotten cut before in skates. Like, there have been players over the last couple of years that have had their, like, what do you call it? What's the tendon? The Achilles tendon?
Yeah.
Just cut so deep, it just slices it right in half with the skate.
Yeah.
But the neck is like, how often do skates go into necks or up that high, right? It's usually at a collision at the net or maybe just a freak accident. But to have that happen, a freak accident like that, but have it happen twice in the same city is kind of crazy. It is. We know many things here: losing Super Bowls and not winning games and slicing necks. That's what we know. It's good times.
And chicken wings.
Yeah, chicken wings. So we like to focus on the negative things. GSHL TV, who I believe is
what's up, Canada?
Yeah, he's a follower of, I know, Lance's channel for sure. He's been on before. He said, "Cheers, Rod from Toronto."
Cheers, brother.
Mm-hmm. And then he said, "I wonder if Trump drinks craft beer."
Trump does not drink at all, I believe.
Wow. You have a dislike, I'd imagine, based on political talk?
I have a dislike?
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Albino, get back to your fucking...
Albino could be.
Chad.
Chad also says Richard Zednick was the carotid artery and Clint Malarchuk was the jugular. Regardless, there's a lot of blood all over the ice.
Did he not get the link to join? I sent the link to him on Google+.
Chad, since you're watching, you can hear us. Did you receive the Google+ Hangout invite? And if so, why haven't you joined? And if not, why haven't you joined? Oh, wait.
No.
Oh. So any beer news going on, Rod, in the last 3 days, 2 days?
I haven't seen any beer. You guys seen anything out there in beer news? It's probably been a buyout somewhere, I'm sure.
I haven't seen any.
There probably has been a buyout somewhere.
Probably so.
That is fantastic.
Let's see here. Monk Estate sues North Coast, and Swansea Day tickets are on sale. It's kind of a weird article.
That's a very weird article. This is happening also. Here's tickets for this.
Well, let's see here. Hate the Dallas Cowboys. You're going to love this beer. So some beers coming out being anti-Dallas Cowboys, it seems. Are Cowboys still America's team?
I don't think they were ever America's team.
They were called America's team, but they haven't won like
Jerry Jones said they were.
Yeah, well, Jerry Jones is fucking Jerry Jones, right? I don't even know what that means.
Jerry Jones
I think they still call him that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Weyerbacher has created Dallas Sucks. This is for the beer.
That's hilarious, but I don't.
Thank you.
I don't know how that's gonna go over. But,
it will be
like it.
in cans. I think it's at 4.5% ABV. Let's see what kind of style it is.
Well, here's while we're looking for news. Here's a question I would pose to everybody here and anyone in the chat. With September finally here, and most people believing September 1st is the start of fall, even though it's fucking not.
It's not
and then,
the start of fall.
No, a lot. Well, no one's like says it, but they just like, well, it's September, so now I'll drink my Oktoberfest and pumpkin beers. Like that's still not fall. You have 3 weeks to go. But even though it is September, and soon, if you haven't already, are there any Oktoberfest go-tos that you guys go to? Any pumpkin beers? Anything you're looking forward to specifically when it comes to fall beers being released?
Sam Adams Oktoberfest every year.
Yay!
I don't look toward any of those beers. I'm not a huge Oktoberfest person because it's a lager.
Me either.
And I'm not a huge pumpkin ale. I'm not a huge pumpkin ale person either. But like I said, I picked up the Sierra Nevada. The only reason I like the Sierra Nevada because they do different breweries overseas each year.
Yes.
So I'm curious more than anything. So I'm curious about the one I got. Last year, it wasn't that great. So I'm wondering how they'll do this year's with their beer. So I'm looking forward to trying that one. Pumpkin, Warlock is the best pumpkin I've had, I think.
Yeah, Warlock
Pumpkin beer should be poured down the drain.
All right, so Mr. Oktoberfest. Someone could say that about that too. But I don't know if there's any beer I'm looking forward to really for the fall. And when we get to winter, I like a lot of the Christmas ales and some of the heavier type beers, some of the heavier stouts and some of the barley wines.
Can they still call them Oktoberfest since they come out in like June now?
Yeah, they still do. They still do. Just like there is.
I mean, can they really? I mean, should they really still be calling them that?
I mean, you're asking the wrong guys, I think. But at the, I don't know. I don't have a huge problem with all that, like releasing stuff early. But I do have a huge problem with drinking the style. No, it's one of those things where I don't. No, go ahead, Tom.
Not a big fan of it anyway either. So.
Yeah, I mean, the problem I have personally with Martins or Oktoberfest are just that they just don't have a ton of flavor. I mean, I get why they were made. They're made to crush a bunch of them and drink them in big ass steins and pound them out while you're enjoying your Oktoberfest. Like, I get that part of it. It's like similar to the Americans drinking, regular macro beers because you can pound them out and not get hammered, and you drink them all day long. Not a huge fan of them, but there are some good ones. And I do enjoy a well-made Martin. I feel like there are so many that are not well-made, I guess, or just very, very boring that I'm not a huge fan of. But I much like Rod, I do enjoy trying the Sierra Nevada one every year or getting some of the fresh German ones that show up, because what happens is they show up fresh here in the States, and if you get them fresh, they're good. And then they just sit on the shelves for 6 to 8, 9 months, and if you buy them in like May, you're like, oh, these aren't that great. Well, they're also last year's, so.
Yeah.
Right.
But pumpkin beers, it's funny because, we can all talk about how IPAs dominate nowadays, and they do, and imperial stouts and everything. But man, pumpkin beers, I don't feel they're as popular as they used to be. There's more of them, but I see so many people have the reactions like a lot of us have, is like, there's a couple good pumpkin beers and I enjoy those, but like everything else, fuck it, right? I don't want to buy them. Yet you see more and more come out every year. It's like, here's the display of all the pumpkin beers, and I'm like, that display's going to sit there for literally 4 months.
Yeah.
I don't know who's drinking it all, but God bless them.
It's like a Celine Dion album. Who's really buying it? Someone is.
I mean,
Eric is. He just showed one.
Yeah, he's drinking some kind of Leinenkugel contraption that I'm not even sure is actually.
Oktoberfest. Leinenkugels Oktoberfest.
Oh, is there Oktoberfest? I just imagine it was one of their 7,000 Shandy variants that they produced.
So the Weyerbacher Dallas Sucks comes out September 10th. It is a pale ale, and it's 4.5% made with hops and Schadenfreude. But it's set to come out September 10th because that's the first Sunday of the NFL's regular season. So next weekend. And they're out of Philly. So the Eagles have no love for the Cowboys, as you probably know.
Oh, they're best friends. All of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me see if I can add Chad to this. He needs to be directly added, which I don't even know what that means. So, all right, you've been added, Chad, I believe. So if you don't get it.
Modern Times opened a second brewery.
Oh, really? Where?
Replaces the Commons Brewery out in San Diego.
So another brewery in the same location.
Let me see here. Oh, Portland. So Commons Brewery is in Portland. Modern Times bought their spot essentially.
Oh.
So
have you guys had any Modern Times stuff?
The Commons Brewery has not been sold, but its future is unclear. Well, guess what? If somebody's moving in, you're not going to be there. So something's pretty clear. You're not going to be there.
Can you just hang out here and kind of,
If you're just hanging out, you're just loitering in, but it's not your spot anymore.
You can just come over here and brew some beer for a little bit if you want.
You're basically Jay and Silent Bob at that point.
Oh, God. Who let Albino in?
I don't know why you're here without your Freddy Krueger shirt.
Hey, I already told you what happened, buddy.
You also told me you were buying a new one.
I haven't found one yet.
Listen, guys, we don't need to fight.
I'll just get along.
Everybody loves coconut. It's agreed upon.
No, coconut should be... No.
Eric, I'm going to have to ask you to settle down, sir. Eric, just try some coconut. Adjust your palate. Just a little bit each day. A little bit toasted, a little bit of fresh. See what happens.
Me and Plan B are going to be doing a coconut beer just for you, Joe.
That's on them.
Well, Joe likes coconut. I do not.
Like is an understatement.
Well,
you pretty much make love to it.
Yes.
Joe dates a coconut.
Yes. For multiple reasons, which I think we can clearly understand. So what kind of beer is it going to be?
We're thinking about a coconut marshmallow stout.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea why you would have coconut with marshmallow.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with yourself.
Oh, don't you worry, Joe.
I did bottle my IPA today. How'd
that taste?
Well, I mean, it tastes like flat beer, but I got to let it condition now for a few weeks.
That doesn't.
Well, no, I know that, but I mean, the flavor wise, how's it?
I mean, it's got like a malt base. I use some malts to soak into it, so it's got kind of a malt base, but you get the hops out of it. I wish I would have probably dry hopped it though. I was going to do it, and I decided not to. I'm still getting some of the hoppiness, but not as much as I wanted out of it. But we'll see when it comes out in a couple weeks how decent it is.
Oh, look at that. You're already selling yourself short. How decent it is.
Aw, puppy.
Not even say how good it is.
You hear him snoring?
It is. I mean, people seem to like the beers I make. I just throw them in the basement and let them condition, and I'll try them. I try to whistle with a dog.
Yeah,
I mean, the dog bump his head, try to figure out where you are.
He's not moving.
Albino feeds it beer.
He's snoring. He snores worse than I do.
Yeah.
Adidas makes beer repellent shoes for Oktoberfest.
What? Wait, what? Say that again. I don't even understand. Does that make sense? Did anyone else not? I was processing it, and then I was like, hang on a second. What?
It's some piece in Paste magazine. Are you heading to Munich for Oktoberfest this year? Beginning September 16th, a multi-week event. It's the world's biggest beer festival. But with scale comes a few unavoidable hazards. The footwear, namely spilled beer, and the after effect of massive consumption. But fear not, Adidas has you covered. They claim to have invented some stylish new sneakers that not only will carry you around the festival in style, but will actually repel beer and puke.
Oh, God.
Nice.
This is the greatest yet worst invention I've ever heard in my life.
So let me pull it up here so you can see it.
I imagine they're just assuming everyone's just going to be dropping their beer and vomiting all over the place.
Yeah.
That's what you do, Joe.
That's made these shoes, which are kind of ugly themselves a little bit, but basically repel or beer off your shoe.
It doesn't actually repel it; it just soaks it in, but it looks just exactly like the shoes.
Yeah. I mean, so manufactured in Germany and available for a limited time.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a €200. Fuck off with that. I don't think.
Let's see if Peter goes by someone to ask him.
Wow. You want to talk about gimmicks? Holy fuck. That is unbelievable.
That's a hell of a lot of beer and sausage you're giving up for some new poop repelling.
Have you ever been at a beer fest where you couldn't control the amount of puke that ends up on your shoes? No, I haven't. Because if someone's puking, I'm not right next to them checking it out.
You know what stops people from puking on your shoes? Telling you you'll punch them in the face if they do.
Yeah. And if they're spilling beer on my shoes, yes, the exact same things happen. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what fest they're going to that where everyone's vomiting and spilling beer everywhere, but I'd be wearing like the worst shoes ever, like $10 pairs of shoes that I buy from the shittiest place.
You dress for the occasion, right? That's
I wouldn't be like, you know what? Let me go get like a $250 pair of Adidas. What do you guys think? No. How about you don't? Oh my Lord.
Hey, Todd, there's a Purdue themed beer coming out. Should hit shelves by Christmas.
What is it?
Let's see here what the name of this one is.
Let's see. What is that, Eric? 150 years from Lanaku.
Let's see here.
How was that Oktoberfest, Eric? You enjoy that? Lanaku one? Yeah.
Yes.
Thumbs up. Cool.
I always enjoy Oktoberfest.
Themed beer. What the fuck, ads?
Fuck ads.
We're having technical difficulties.
So you get the boiler.
Oh, I'm on.
Oh, that's
Boiler
actually
gold. Why do I need to do a survey to read the
No,
story?
you got to do the survey. So which of the following best describes you, Rod? Are you a truck driver? They have you mistaken with Joe D, apparently. Or are you currently working as a truck? No, there's no truck drivers here. None of the above.
Let's go for the truck driving job. Which company?
He's just going to randomly pick a couple.
I heard none of them. None of them. They all suck. All right, we don't need you then. Okay, we're right into
Joe D would have taken that down and then taken us along for the ride on the truck.
So Purdue Brewing have come up with a one-of-a-kind beer that will benefit agricultural research. There you go, Todd. You can give back to Purdue with this one in Indiana.
And drain for it, just because.
I love that he describes Boiler Gold as a session beer, meaning it's not heavily hopped like an IPA or stout and should appeal to a wide range of audience. It's like, yeah.
It doesn't say too much more really about it.
It's just out there. It's just going to be an American Gold now. That's
like playing a YouTube video. Like, no.
In about 20 years, you'll see cases of those still sitting around.
Yeah.
But like, when was this brewed? Seems September of 2017.
It's like, let the alumni drink that.
I did see that you're going to potentially a couple different bottle releases there, Todd, in your area.
Yes, quite possibly.
Would you like to share with the audience what those would be?
One of them is Against the Grain, and they do a bottle. Fifth year, I think they do Bo and Luke.
Have you had that? Have you had the brown note?
Yeah,
I had a brown note earlier.
That's the wrong.
Not as good as albinos, but
Is it pretty good?
It's actually the same type of brown note.
good. It's pretty good.
I still get stuck on the imagery of the can itself. I'm like,
I imagine they base that off of the albino rhino, right? Like that can specifically off of him.
Just stained underwear.
I'm just watching Drunken One right now, hoping he falls asleep so I can get a screenshot.
Drunken's not doing that shit. He's too much for man.
He ain't doing that, albino. Come on.
He's a full season.
He's a professional.
He only falls asleep 8% of the time. Get it right.
Although if he does fall asleep, he'll be the thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way it works too. Rotten dogs.
You ever been a Sun King, Todd?
Yeah. I actually went there last year.
Because they do a lot of stuff with Rhine guys here.
Yeah, I had the what was the one they did this past summer, or maybe end of last year. It was in a red and white can. I can't.
It's like a safety kit or whatever.
Yeah, something was on. Yeah, it was in a red and white can. I couldn't remember the name of it. Did you get that one?
I thought the one I got was a green and white, but that was last year. I think I did try the red and white this year though.
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, they're kind of hit and miss with some of their stuff. I don't think they do anything like outstanding, but they're pretty solid on their base.
Yeah.
I've
But
only
they
had
do.
one
Yeah, they do have one that comes out around 4th of July. It's called the Grapefruit Jungle. It's an IPA. It's pretty good.
I only had the I actually reviewed it on Chad's channel with Chad. It was the Osiris, I believe, Pale Ale.
Yeah, that's kind of one of their base flagship beers.
It was pretty boring. It was very boring. But I imagine going
They're not like over the top of anything, but they're
Oh,
kind of steady, I guess.
Wasn't the leader of the Warriors named Osiris?
Warriors. Yes, I believe it was Osiris.
Come out and play.
Can you dig it?
That's a classic movie for all you millennials out there. That's a classic.
Yeah, Todd. Looking directly at Todd. Also,
My favorite.
Happy belated birthday to Todd, who we all wish a birthday. Is, I believe, 24 years old. Right around there, I think. 24.
I just turned 21. It's my first beer ever.
Oh, wow.
Legally.
How do you like the taste of beer, Todd? Does it taste good?
It's growing on me.
I could taste the malts. I could taste the hops, the yeast. I can't really decipher. I one release.
What was the other event that I liked? I don't even remember what it was.
It was a Three Floyds fest, a little small festival, Three Floyds something or another.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I'm not even sure what that's all about.
But you liked it, so I'd imagine you said you were interested. I believe.
Yeah. But the one for Against the Grain, the one for Against the Grain, I've been to every year except for last year.
Do they release variants of that, Bo and Luke?
Yeah, they started doing variants 2 years ago, I think, and they're not very good. 2 years ago wasn't too bad. Last year they did all kinds of like oddball shit, like lavender and something. And I was like, I don't know, they were not good.
No, we've had Bo and Luke show up here. Their stuff's expensive in New York State, though, Against the Grain. Like, if you get a 4-pack of the brown note, now they're in the 16-ounce cans or the pounder cans or the tall boys, that runs you like $14-15 a 4-pack. I don't know what it is in your guys' neighborhood. It's like it's like $3.75, $4 a can.
$13.99 or something.
Yeah, it's expensive. For just a 5% American brown ale, that's expensive.
Yeah, they're kind of proud of their stuff, that's for sure.
Well, I do know the first time they ever showed up here, they had the Rico Salvin, right? Play on Rico Suave. And it was the Nelson Salvin, I think it was double IPA, showed up in a bomber bottle. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I realized it was $17. And I was like, wow. It is no longer cool. And I'm going to put you back on the shelf where you belong, because that's not. And those beers stayed on the shelf for a long, long time, because I mean, to spend $16.99 on a 22-ounce bottle of like an 8% double IPA is not what most people do, I think, in any state.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they'll sell on Bo and Luke Day. They'll have a 4-pack of Bombers, and it's like $80.
That's a hefty price. That is it's not a rod deal.
You get one of the standard, and you get like 3 variants.
Well, I can at least see like $20 a bottle for the variants of that, because it is an imperial stout and it's barrel aged and stuff. But when you're bringing in just like an imperial IPA and you're $17 for it, that's tough to pay. At least when it goes in the barrel, the work needs to be done. It takes time. They put variants in. They need to buy whatever adjuncts they end up throwing in, or whatever fruits or whatever they do. So I get the money from that standpoint. But when you're just making an IPA or a double IPA and then throwing it in the bottle and be like, our shit's so great, you're gonna overpay for it, I don't think many people are impressed.
And people line up for it for around the corner waiting for it.
But that's not going to be you, Todd, is it?
Todd's not a waiter.
No.
No.
Chad's gonna show up 2 hours in and go, "Where's my beers, bitches? My $80
Actually,
is
honestly,
right here."
they sell tickets for it, and I'm not even sure. I might have even missed on that, so I don't even know if I'm even going.
Wow, it's that popular.
But here's a comment. So
most people get it and just sell it or trade it. That's what they do.
Yeah, fuck.
are you done? Are you done?
Todd, are you all right over there? Like, do you want to tell us a little bit more?
A lot of times we mess around.
Wait, you get on me for not talking, and you get on me for talking. What the hell? I can't win.
That's Rod. Rod. There's no happy medium with him. You can't please.
Okay,
I'm
good.
Let
Go
you-
ahead, Rod,
We mess around and we joke around, like with AB and Bev, being the midnight guys, whatever. I'm just gonna say kudos to them for what they did with their cannon line to send water down to Houston, instead of filling it with beer to get some of the stuff. We had one of our local breweries, Braxton, also doing that. So
Oscar Blues did it too.
it's a nice thing on their
Yeah,
part to try to chip in as best they can and use their cans to fill them up with water and shoot them down there for the people.
Now it's time to play that devil's advocate real quick.
Oh, buddy, you tried to feed the dogs a hop.
Who locally is doing that, Rod?
I don't mean this in any kind of negative way or anything, but Chad can't see real well, so I'm thinking he's feeding the fishes, but they're actually dogs, and he doesn't understand right now. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Why are you like 80 pounds? No, to go back to the water thing, it is awesome that all the places have done it. I have seen a couple people online, the negative ones that bitch about everything because that's how this world works.
Yeah.
They were like, well, how many cans did AB and Bev send? And what is that the equivalent of them shutting down their production line for how long? How many lines did they shut down? How does it compare to Oscar Blues? And it's like it's the wrong thing. They shut it down. They're sending fucking 150,000 cans of water. Just be happy. Like it doesn't have to be a thing where send more. They're doing something that's awesome. Just shut your mouths for a second.
And that's what matters, right? So,
Yeah.
and
Nice, albino, nice.
but speaking about beer, for all you Ballast Point fans out there, they are working on new packaging and lowering the price on their beers.
Finally, like 2 years later.
Pretty much, I guess because they were bought out or whatever.
Well, that I mean, if you look at it, I don't know how you guys feel, but if a place does get bought out, the two good things are hopefully lower prices and better distribution, right?
Right.
With Ballast Point, they kind of forgot that lower price thing a little bit. The distribution got better, but like the prices stayed the same. And if you have ever purchased their Sculpin, it's expensive. I think it's like $15 a 6-pack, which Sculpin is good, but it's not that much better than the other ones in the market where you should be paying like a premium on top of a premium because it's already a craft beer.
They're saying
price for other stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
They're saying all of the beers in the Discovery series will be priced between $9.99 and $10.99 a 6-pack.
Well, hey, I'm all for it. I have had a lot of Ballast Points beer since they have been bought out. I haven't noticed any huge drop off at all, like in the quality of their beer, like everyone automatically thinks when the place takes over. I've seen an increase in gimmick beers from them though. I believe that Red Velvet would be one, but like. I mean, it's one bottle. Yeah, but they've done a lot of that. They've done quite a few. I mean, look at all the Sculpins: grapefruit Sculpin, pineapple Sculpin, habanero Sculpin. They kind of run with the one thing and they just tweak it up and they throw it out.
Well, here's the funny thing: so they say Constellation then hopes to trade consumers up to the pricier Sculpin IPA, which retails for $14.99.
You know,
your Sculpin IPA is not worth $14.99.
No, it's really not. I would say $12.99 at most, and congratulations, everyone. We are joined by Santa Claus, even though Chad's like, I don't like to be called Santa Claus, and I think it's dumb. You're wearing the fucking Santa glasses, so that's what happens.
Dude, Santa Claus is your season, man. You got to be crushing around December.
Always crushing children, like crushing them, right?
That's how I almost got the Asian twins, was the Santa look.
I mean, walking around malls, come sit on Santa's lap.
Have you been bad girls?
Joe, I told you about this beer. This is the Hungarian brewery, Hop Top.
Oh.
Real creative name. What do they do exactly?
This is the Midnight Express for an extra stout.
For an extra stout, is that like the Guinness one?
No. Is that like the Guinness one?
Hey, Iceland's using drones to deliver beer now.
That should go over well. Delivered to some drunken guy trying to swat it out of the air with a fucking broom.
Hey, we got Amazon deliver us beer now, so
Yeah, then we have Amazon doing a lot of things like buying everybody.
yeah, well, that's gonna happen. Although I haven't been to Whole Foods, but I guess you get the extra boost as a Prime member discount. Well,
No.
we are Prime members, but I haven't been to Whole Foods yet.
No, it's like they price everything down to like where they should be priced, and everyone's like, "Oh, they lowered the price." It's like, no, they just made it normal somewhere.
Yeah, made it what it should have been.
Yeah, like, come on, it's fucking ridiculous.
Organic means market at $10 or whatever it is.
That's basically what organic means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say at Whole Foods, they actually serve beer at the locations here, and you get some pretty good deals. I mean, you get like a chill wave pint for like $3 there.
Every fucking
Chile
go with the
shouldn't be
deals.
sold.
That's overpriced for you, though, isn't it?
They fuck you in the salad bar, but on the beer.
They should only be selling like Anderson Valley and Bose and stuff, all organic beers.
Yeah, all like Anderson Valley is all what you call it, solar powered too.
I do
Yeah,
like
well,
Anderson
they're one of the
I
B
like
Corps.
Anderson Valley.
I like how you're happy about a $3 pint of Chill Wave, although I believe you found like 4-packs for $4.99. So
Well, I'm just saying, but
That's what I said. It's overpriced. for
any other
them.
bar, you're
Yeah.
not getting a $3 pint either. Like
apparently
Way
you
too
are.
much.
Oh, hey, Cleveland's on Oktoberfest. Their events have been scheduled.
They're actually having an October.
Yeah, this Joe?
The old engine oil.
No,
No, what is
Raspy engine.
Oh, from Harveston? No.
Are you drinking any beers, Rob, or are you just showing them all?
He just
Yeah,
poured
I'm
them down the
drinking,
drain.
the Hop Top.
Okay, that's it.
How is that Guinness clone? Is it good?
It's a Guinness clone
No, is it
for
better than
$36
the,
a 6-pack.
Jesus Christ, is that better than the Guinness for an extra stout or no?
No,
It
That's
seems
on
like more and more I'm seeing Genesee brewing. I always want to try some more of their beers.
Yo, they just came out with a bourbon barrel aged imperial stout.
Good?
I haven't tried. It's not released until the 8th, but I'm not like they're releasing at the brewery, and I'm like, there's a lot of things I'll do in life. One of them is not going to the Genesee Brewery for any kind of release of anything. So, but if it shows up in the area, I'll probably pick up a can or two. And if you want one, just let me know for future reference, Rod.
I would like
never,
one.
I just never. It seems like Genesee has a lot of stuff being written about them right now.
I don't give it to people in other countries because that's against the law. I just can't do it.
Oh, you come up here enough.
Dropping off at the border.
God, excuse me. Do you know where Chad McGee's house is? Because I have this load of beer for him.
Well, if you get Meredith, she knows exactly where I live.
Yeah, she also knows exactly how much everything I'm bringing in, and she'll fucking probably charge me somehow on the way in, even though it's not legal. To see you have $53 worth of beer here, it's $23 in duty. Excuse me, what? I'm allowed to bring a case into the country.
Has everybody looked at Drunken One lately?
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm still awake.
yeah. Oh, you almost got lanced.
I'm listening.
Is that another Mickey's, Eric? You're going for yours tonight, buddy. I like it.
Eric's getting his drink on tonight.
Those grenades are where it's at.
You're
though,
not
right?
allowed to drink those unless you solve the riddle under the cap.
Yeah, can you
Well,
solve
there
the
is no riddle under the cat.
What do you mean? They stopped doing the riddles?
Wait,
No.
hold on. Wait, hold on. Chill
No.
out.
You gotta play your arms when you do that.
Is there a riddle? Oh, there's a riddle. He's confused already.
The riddle is finding the riddle.
There's nothing there.
It says it, and then there's something above it.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
so what is it?
Is it a release date of the movie? Because the movie's out.
Is
Dog
it-
it? Or looks like a dog on it.
I can't.
Dog it?
No, you can go online and they'll tell you the answer to all of them too.
I mean, dog it's a saying.
I don't understand.
Dog shit, I guess.
I hope not. Like, I hope not.
Ingredient. Come on now, don't you know?
I actually like the grenades there. You can chug like 12 of them in like a minute.
Yeah, they go down pretty easily. Those things.
This is for Malt Liquor Monday.
Malt liquor fools.
I'm trying to look
You're
up.
either early or really late.
Fools?
Now, do you know who makes Mickey's?
Okay.
I do not. And I don't really care either.
Is
It's a Miller product, if I remember correctly.
Miller?
All right, so I got the answer for that riddle. If anyone cares to guess before I mention what it means.
I thought it was just dogged.
Yeah, it is. It's close. It's dogging it.
Yeah, when people are slacking.
Yeah. Congratulations, Rod. That's on you.
We have a winner.
It wasn't a hard one. I mean, you know.
No, they have some hard ones that are like 6 images long.
And if you're like 6 grenades in, it's even harder.
Although I never knew there was something under the lid, though. Now I know.
Now you know.
You guys didn't know they had.
I did.
I did. I remember watching. You guys, you know, Rod, because you joined Joe D's, but Mark, that's over there, Mark Sanderson, used to have on Joe D's channel. He used to have a video beer reviews. He's one of the OG beer tubers from like 09-ish, 10.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a malt liquor drinker that called him out, and he ended up doing like the 10-minute malt liquor video with the 40. Well, he couldn't find 40, so he did them with the 6 grenades of Mickey's. And as he's drinking them, he's figuring out each one under the cap as he's drinking them. And he got to the last couple and he struggled mightily, but it was hilarious to watch. And then Google was like, "Hey, remember that awesome channel you had where you had like fucking 600 videos and you had like 3,000 subs? That's cool. We're just gonna delete it real quick. No big deal."
That sucks.
Yeah, and he had no idea why. Like, he didn't get any strikes beforehand. He just woke up one day. It was like, your channel's been deleted. And he contacted them, and he was like, they were like, blah, 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 this and that, and he never got it back. It's really shitty.
That's some bullshit.
Look what I found, Joe.
Oh, that's cool. That was the beer I brought up in May, which is a milk stout, which I'm sure tastes like sour milk. It should be fun.
Milk stout?
It's an imperial sponge candy milk stout. It was really good. It was actually brewed for Valentine's Day, so
back in February.
I was clearing out this fridge. I didn't even know it was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
If you do review it with Chris, because I brought it up for to do at the share, and we never did it. So review with somebody, specifically him, because I think he would enjoy it. It's a sweeter beer, even though it's an imperial. It'll be like, ugh, the burn, the burn.
Oh, he did that tonight for a 5% alcohol beer, and I slapped him.
What is that? Oh, that's the Mickey's.
No, I didn't.
Was that Peters that does that?
No, Chris in the basement. He's not a huge fan of beers over, say, like 4.6%.
Oh.
And every beer tastes like pine.
Well, every IPA is pine, and every like beer that's basically literally over like 6%, and that's usually a stout of some sort. Has a big burn to, like, he can't get over the alcohol presence because he's so used to drinking like 4 and 5% beers. Even that 1-2% difference kind of affects him. He still struggles a little bit with it, and by a little bit I mean a lot. Mm-hmm. But he's. No, we're talking about Chris in the basement. We're not talking. So I wasn't around yesterday, but Lance did not do a show, huh? No show by Lance.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Lance didn't do a show last night. He was running around, I think. He went to the game today, so he's probably sleeping.
Wow.
Let the teasing begin.
Oh my! Is that a screwdriver?
Drunken was getting
ice. Back up there, Drunken.
It is this one.
Ice, baby.
Hold on. Put it right there. Hold on.
He's going vanilla ice with the.
Yeah, it is a screwdriver. Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't even see it. I just saw the color. Oh, really? I didn't know those existed, but now that I do,
I don't like it tonight.
I didn't know a screwdriver version of Smirnoff
Ice screwdriver, natural orange flavor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, natural orange flavor. Yeah.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we've been through that.
And the caster sack of a beaver's anus.
We saw this.
Plain orange in there.
Yeah, we saw this dead beaver on the side of the road, and we just picked up a sack and then wiped it all in this fucking Smirnoff Ice. Now it tastes like orange, but it's natural. Okay.
Natural sack.
What is it from the sack? Isn't it like from
The castor oil?
Yeah. But isn't it like raspberry flavorings like the most prominent one?
Berry flavorings, yeah.
Berry
Usually.
flavor. That's ridiculous.
So
Yeah, really.
if anything is berry flavored and it says natural flavor, it's usually coming from the castor sack of a beaver.
Nice.
I must admit, if I was a beaver, I'd be impressed by my castor sack because if it can vary like flavors and aromas, sign me.
We're talking actual animal beaver.
Yeah, they take the castor sack out of the beaver's anus, and that's what they make the natural flavor out of.
Now, Rod, I know it's 1:40 a.m. Eastern, but get your mind out of the gutter, please.
I'm just looking at my subscriptions, and Drunkest Foe has done a review of a Happy Pilsner with the In-N-Out burger, and I really miss In-N-Out burgers.
Oh, that sounds.
So,
I like to go in and out of burgers.
I've never had
In-N-Out burgers out of California. It's really fucking good.
I've never had an In-N-Out burger.
Yeah.
Eric, how many-
I don't give any places
No, we don't have
there,
them up here.
do you?
What do y'all know? Y'all don't have Sonic.
We got Sonic.
Well, yeah, we got
Yeah.
Sonic, but I never had a Johnny Lightning burger or an In-N-Out or anything.
In-N-Out, yeah.
Excuse me, Johnny Lightning Burger.
Yeah,
I bet you it's great. That's a crazy name.
I never had one. I've always heard of it, but I never had
You
one.
talking about Johnny Rocket?
Or maybe Johnny Rocket.
No, I'm like Johnny Lightning Burger. Way better.
I was gonna say I never.
Shut up!
Wait a second. I'm gonna go look up Johnny.
Damn it.
Because we got Johnny Rockets here, but Johnny Lightning, I'm not too sure about that one.
I have an Imperial Rattler.
Got a quick Google search.
Thank you, Albino. Thank you.
Johnny Rockets has hamburgers and milkshakes.
There's no such thing as a Johnny Lightning Burger, so how many grenades have you consumed?
I tried,
tonight,
Eric. I tried.
It's all of the Mickeys. Mickey's fault.
I
On
think
that note, guys, I better
Johnny Lightning lost us our last viewer.
There's gonna be like a couple people that come away from this chat tomorrow and be like, "I'm going to see if there's a Johnny Lightning Burger around me." They're gonna quickly realize. Johnny Lightning.
Somebody should do a Google search. I'm sure there might be an actual Johnny Lightning.
No, I just looked it up. There's no such thing as a Johnny Lightning Burger.
You should start one.
Yeah, if I get enough money to open up my own brewery, my first beer will be called Johnny Lightning Burger.
Oh my God, it's great.
In-N-Out Burger, Johnny. There's another one called Fat Burger. It's pretty good too out in California.
Yeah.
What about Five
That's
Guys?
when you know.
Yeah, Five Guys.
yeah,
you know,
Five.
Yeah, we got Five Guys
Five
up
Guys.
here. We got like a Mike's Mad Burger, which is pretty good.
Do they have mad cow disease in their burgers?
No. they're not as greasy as some of the Five Guys, but they you can get beer there, which makes it a little bit better.
The grease is where all
It's
the
called
good
Mad
stuff
Mike's.
is.
It's called Mad Mike's.
Mad Mike's, not Johnny Lightning Burger though.
Not Johnny Lightning, no.
Shut up, Joe. Shut up.
It's so great. It's so
I'm gonna need you one of those Johnny Lightning
There
burgers.
you go, Johnny Lightning Burger.
Shut up, Joe. Shut up.
Johnny Lightning Burger doesn't mean.
Yo, we got.
I think I saw that in Pulp Fiction. Is that one of them Johnny Lightning burgers?
Look,
Try it.
Drunken one sharing his screen, and the first two things that come up are JohnnyLightning.com.
What? Come on now.
I just want to say I hate you guys.
Johnny Lightning burger.
How many Mickey grenades have you consumed tonight, though? Derek? 3? How many other beers, though?
Well, you were doing whiskey earlier.
And whiskey?
About 4 other ones.
Yeah, that plus whiskey and stuff.
2. Well, wait a minute. 2. What is it? 2. 2 Hearteds. 1 whiskey and Coke, and another something. The Dark Horse Amber. Or
You
Dark Horse.
did Cricket Tree earlier.
Did you went to Dark Horse, didn't you? Yesterday, day before? Or you going?
I didn't go there. No, I did not, Joe.
I thought you were going to, though.
I was, but I didn't end up there.
Oh, that's unfortunate. What happened?
Shit happens.
Oh, that's shitty.
Psychiatrist
What are you trying to say, Joe? What are you trying to say?
For a minute there, Joe sounded like Dr. Phil.
What are you trying to say, Joe?
I'm trying to say it's unfortunate that you were not able to go to the brewery.
I did not go to the Dark Horse Brewery there, brother.
Oh, Super Bowl Saturday, Daddy. Yeah, no, yeah.
So I guess there's a Not Your Father's Mountain Ale now.
Yeah.
I just saw Special K did a review of Not Your Father's Mountain Ale.
That's not bad.
Motherfucking kid.
You watch those guys, do you, Rod? Special K?
Yeah, they here in Kentucky, dog. I watch them too.
I watch your motherfuckers too.
Radar cracks me up.
He's been at it for a while, he is. He's been at it a long time.
He said they're here in Kentucky, dog.
Kentucky dog.
That's great.
Eric did a video of Bowling Green versus Michigan. What was that in? Like softball or something?
No, that was today.
Versus Michigan State?
Bowling Green today?
Yeah, they played Bowling Green today.
In football?
Yes.
No, Michigan
played Florida.
Yeah, Michigan played Florida.
No. Well, Michigan played Florida, but Michigan State played.
That's what I thought.
You didn't say Michigan. You said Michigan.
Did I put Michigan on there? I did not put Michigan on there.
I believe Bowling Green Falcons versus Michigan.
I
I
believe
did not put Michigan on there.
Eric, the way to fix this, my advice:
What?
drink some more Mickey grenades right now.
I'm sure that helped, Joe. I did not put them on there. Let me look. Hold on.
You drink a couple more grenades, and Johnny Lightning Burger might just show up right in front of you.
Shut up!
Coconut IPA.
Oh, coconut IPA, coconut Johnny Lightning Burger, best of both worlds.
Unless your state got cut off. Let me see here.
I think Rod's
No,
wrong.
it says Bowling Green Falcons versus the Michigan State Spartans.
Yeah, it got cut off on my son. The little thing, it cuts off like a 60 characters. So when people pull it up, they're going to say Bowling Green versus Michigan.
Rod, are you spreading that so-called fake news over there, buddy?
Alternate facts, Joe.
Alternate facts.
I thought it was alternate truths.
You know what alternate facts are? The one alternate fact would be Johnny Lightning Burger exists.
Shut up, Joe.
You missed it because he's going in the Flash.
What the fuck? I love it.
That's Johnny fucking Lightning, and you guys just take it and just fucking roll with it.
Look, okay, here's Eric's video, right? So right here, when you pull it up, it says Bowling Green Falcons versus Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So it cuts off because there's only 60 characters. So when people first see that, they're going to be like, wait a minute, Bowling Green didn't play Michigan. So that's why I was like, what was that on? So I just got to know your character count. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, how are people going to watch it when you're just spreading this fake news? I don't understand. They're going to come there and expect you to talk about a game that doesn't exist right now.
I missed the game. Michigan played Bowling Green. I missed that.
They were playing Florida right now where there was a split squad. What happened?
Albino, will you help me out here?
I tried. Nobody wanted to listen to me.
Albino's not in charge of segues.
I was like, fuck you. Fuck you, Eric the Lions fan. Fuck you.
I did hear about 10 minutes ago, I will inquire. You did say you had an Imperial Rattler. Isn't that defeat the purpose of a Rattler?
Imperial Rattler. Like, what's that up, like 4%?
Yeah. 4.5%, sir.
Oh, this Imperial Session IPA, guys.
It's a raspberry Rattler.
Who's that from? Who brewed it?
Sawdust City.
Fuck those guys. Even though I like their beer. That's
death
dumb.
and taxes.
Yeah, well, they think they're clever with their Imperial Rattlers, do they?
Well, see, this is the second Imperial Rattler I've seen because Andy did the first one.
Albino?
$3 a can?
Okay.
Awkward silence.
Listen, he's not getting involved like you. All
You're like, all right.
Well, that's Canadian too, so about 37 cents American, give or take.
Fuck you.
I'm just looking at the Google conversion. $3. It says the $3 and change equals 37 cents American. That's what it says. So that's on Google if it's wrong.
You know what, Joe? You know what?
Nope.
I can see you now, so fuck off.
This looks like a bad 80s movie right now. Are you all right?
A bad 80s movie like They Live?
Yeah. Well, no, that's a great 80s movie.
I can see it.
Total Recall? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's like you're like the villain from a bad 80s movie that's like D quality. It's not. I don't like this right now. I'm very nervous.
You like it. You like it a lot.
No, can't say that I do.
You do.
Who's a bad actor from the 80s that Rhino would be? I'm thinking like Rutger Hauer or somebody.
Oh, I would love to have been Rutger Hauer. You ever watch him in Blood of Heroes? Oh, yeah.
I must admit, I missed that one. He was going to Blade Runner, though.
Hey, look at this, okay? I have a lot of movies.
You do.
Oh, shit, Sherlock.
Do you watch them all with your contraption on your face like that?
Quit it, Joe. Damn.
It's a serious question.
I don't watch them with my contraption on my face, you motherfucker.
I thought you said it helps you, though, a little bit.
No, it doesn't.
So since you're a movie connoisseur, what's your favorite style of movie?
I'm a big B-rated horror movie guy.
Okay. So like
Things
Amazon,
like
50-foot Amazon woman or something.
Like Dead Sushi, where the sushi is zombies.
Dead sushi.
The sushi is zombies.
Excuse me, is this an actual thing?
Anyway.
I'm glad you said it, Joe, and not me.
That was not an answer I saw coming.
Doss
It
Snow.
won multiple Academy Awards.
Yeah. Ed Harris, leading role.
How about Rubber? Rubber's about a killer tire.
Jeez. She gets better than that.
Actually, I did watch Rubber. I've actually found Rubber kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Glad you clarified that.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Or how about this one? This one you guys will like. There you go.
Killer condom.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to put that contraption on your face so I can actually see it. I need that light. Killer condom, man. That's
Is that the first or the sequel?
No, that was the first.
The lazy
You
Saturday
make jokes like there wouldn't be a sequel, but of course there would be.
On a lazy day, I will lay there and watch like Tremors or something.
Tremors was a good one.
yeah. Tremors is not killer
How
condom.
about that one? Jack Frost?
Yeah, I actually remember that one.
Now, if you liked that one, there's always Jack Frost 2.
Didn't know there was a 2.
Yeah, and number 2, he goes to Jamaica.
Okay, this may sound like a dumb question, but why exactly?
It's like Sharknado. There's 6 Sharknado movies.
But no one's supposed to own them. Is the point?
No, I don't own any of them. I'm just saying there's 6 of them.
Well, no one also should be owning Jack Frost nor its sequel. I would just say that's something you catch on a random channel at some point, or whatever, and you're just like, oh, I gotta watch it now. I have to go over here and actually get the fucking DVD and throw it in. Yeah. Not let me get up and go and get the DVD and then put it in and then play it. No, it's Jack Frost is not worth that effort.
Like
Maybe this,
Yeah, it is. He screws a woman in the bathtub with his carrot nose.
I think we're done here. I think we're done here.
Segue, please.
Yeah, where's the segues at? Todd? I know you're the king of segues. I don't know how you segue into a fake fucking Jack Frost with a carrot nose apparently having sex with a individual in the
It was
bathtub.
Shannon Elizabeth he was having sex with.
Now I want to watch it.
Now it's good.
Now it's much better.
Freakish Halloween movie. What was that?
You know what it knows, huh? It's like,
Or you know what's really good? Trauma movies. Poultrygeist.
Poultry guy.
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
it's like, how do you apply it?
I'm not sure what's worse. Is there's a movie actually called that, or about him
Who
actually?
the
as the
fuck
movie?
owns you guys?
I do.
Seriously, man. Seriously.
Is this like some ghost chickens?
They're zombie chickens, actually.
Oh my Christ!
He brought out a black video. and
This
they
is
were
like
putting it on, so he's got all these videos.
This is like an actual question though, but I don't know if I want you
How
to
about this
answer
one?
this. No, hang on.
How about this one?
No, hang on. My question is, I don't want to. I'm going to ask. Maybe okay. How do you find these exactly?
Amazon.
My minor in university was film studies. A lot of these I had to watch in film studies.
That's Jesus Christ. What?
Vampire Hunter.
Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter.
He would know how to nail it. Oh.
Did you just? Is there a segue of some sort from that one?
Hey, wait. For you Americans who would never have seen this because of the embargo, how about a Cuban zombie movie?
Dawn of the Dead.
Wow.
I now question your existence.
You may have the best B library I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't think you're a real person, Chad.
Are those actually B movies, though? That's got to be below that, right?
Those are literally like D minus
the
movies.
Jesus Christ zombie vampire hunter story is technically a G-rated movie. So what they do with G-rated movies is they steal all the audio from another movie.
Well, I mean, if Abraham Lincoln could be a vampire hunter, why not Jesus?
Well, they're lesbian vampires to make it
Rob,
even better.
How are you bringing logic into this, which really isn't logic, but it's still kind of logic? I'm not following, but I'm kind of following. I don't want to follow.
Look at Drunken. He's like, fuck this, man. I'm just fucking gonna relax back here.
Mind.
Now, foreign cinema is also a good favorite of mine. I love foreign films, like Robo Geisha.
That's a porn film?
No, foreign.
Oh.
It's a porn film. It's
Okay,
porn.
I'm just
EOR and porn.
What if it was if it was Robo Geisha, it'd be a hell of a porn film.
I'm gonna throw this nugget of information out here for you guys, just because I feel it's purely coincidental. Like, we have no viewers now, absolutely none. Like, there's not a single person watching.
I
Joe.
think we have a troll. Is all. Just one in the comments.
Look at that, Joe.
What was the comment?
That's you.
Bill Goldberg. Bill
That's
Goldberg.
your cameo.
Yeah, that's you. I don't want to look at it anymore.
Make it stop.
Don't want to look, but you can't look away.
I know, right?
I think I'm just gonna click on Todd, so we'll just look at Todd.
Did you know there was a second Screamers?
Didn't know there was a first one.
Oh, the first one's a classic.
I'm just
Yep.
kidding. Jesus.
No, not Screamers. Scanners was a classic.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Screamers. You've never seen Screamers?
I don't know Screamers.
That's on me. Yeah, that's on me.
You make their head explode.
Let's see.
Was that a porn film?
Oh, is that Screamers or is that Scanners?
If you keep on asking, Todd, the answer will eventually be yes. Yes, it is.
Not like fire.
I don't own any porn films.
Liar.
Well, you're doing your library. You're doing your library the wrong way.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
How about Starship Troopers 1, 2, 3, and 4?
I know 1 and 2. I did not know about 3 and 4.
I don't want to know about 3 and 4. I don't think anyone does. I think 3 and 4 are probably mistakes.
I mean, 1 was only because Denise Richards was in it.
You mean for you? Want to say that's Rod's opinion on it? Not only Rod, but that is his opinion. What do you know about Starship Troopers with Denise Richards?
Wow.
What was the movie about? I don't know. Denise Richards. She was in it.
Sleepaway Camp 1 to 5.
Sleepaway Camp. I've seen a couple of them, unfortunately.
Why?
Unfortunately, it's not on me.
Why?
Oh boy.
Amityville Horror.
Mm-hmm.
Chad does have a lot of videos, though.
Yeah, here's the problem. The vast majority aren't really good. Vast majority.
There's a lot of good ones on
It's
here.
like Chad will buy
I enjoy my B-rated horror, so I have a lot of B-rated horror
videos for you.
You enjoy your B-rated horror movies, you said?
I enjoy B-rated horror because it's usually stuff where it took a lot more effort to do because they didn't have the money, like they didn't have a budget, so it's a lot more skill in the filmography. That's why I enjoy them. And usually they make me laugh my ass off because, again, I was in a film studies course, so I actually know the way they did some of the stuff, so it just makes me giggle. Like in Toxic Avenger when Troma has the head blow up and it's a fucking cantaloupe that they ran over with a car.
Yeah, Toxic Avenger is pretty good.
Is Phantasm a B movie?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm just glad
That's
Paul's
kind
not
of a
here.
classic, though, isn't it?
It'd be unbearable.
Would you say, Todd?
That's kind of a classic, though, isn't it?
It's a classic cult film, yeah.
How about Zombie Strippers?
I actually have that on DVD here, but I never watched it.
What the what? What?
It has strippers in the title, so I'd burn it.
Oh, wait.
Rod's a simple man, everybody.
I just found a movie that Lachlan, the Reverend, loves, and he watches it every time he comes over here. There you go.
Zombievers?
Zombievers. Nice.
So they're zombified beavers.
And that's not a porn movie.
Do they still have their caster sacks attached?
As far as
One of the lines in the movie is the guy going, "I don't even know what a beaver looks like," and the girlfriend going, "Well, if you went down on me, you would."
Yeah.
That dialogue is fantastic. I tell you.
That's some good writing right there.
borderline genius.
And then the entire cast proceeds to laugh like 12-year-old kids, right? Like, I mean, that's hilarious. Yeah.
You know the way they do those movies.
Oh, unfortunately, I do, and you're telling me as well, and you're showing me.
It's no Friday the 13th.
No, it is not. It's no Friday the 13th.
Those too.
There's no Friday the 13th when you're in a man's house named Paul who's trying to kill you with a machete as the movie's playing either.
No.
No. No. No. No segues. No segues to anything Friday.
Yeah. We're blown away by Chad's video collection.
Yeah. Segue kind of took care of itself there.
Yeah. Blown away is one way to
Excuse me.
Blown away.
I really want a Johnny Lightning burger right now.
How's that Johnny Lightning burger treat you?
Oh, here's another good one for you guys.
We can't see anything.
1 second. Right here.
Zombie ass, toilet of the dead.
They're not even trying anymore at that point. That title is like Lance when he gets hammered and tries to throw a topic to one of us. Zombies, toilet,
Drinking natty
ass,
daddy
and
instead of
dead.
natty ice.
I saw Chad has SWAT there.
What do you think?
Yeah, I have SWAT.
What do you think? What do you think? I think it's a terrible movie.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Oh.
Hello.
Uh-oh. That's a beer falling behind me.
That's on you.
But Craig must be waking up over in the UK.
There you go.
To the video.
I think he has a set to upload.
Teeth? I've seen that one.
Yeah, her vagina has teeth.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What? What the?
Some of the guys, yeah.
I like how you. Yeah, just your vagina has teeth. Yeah, I saw that one. What the fuck?
I've seen that one. That was an independent film. Interesting.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
Vagina with teeth.
I think that was actually like a Sundance favorite.
No, excuse me, a Sundance favorite?
When it came out.
Yeah,
Are you not entertained?
Am I right?
It won a Sundance Award.
Did it win like Sundance Award?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Man down.
Yeah.
Consider something that, man.
Attacking the B movies.
See, yeah, it seems as though the effort you're putting forth to show us all these B movies is probably not worth it.
It's like he's playing Jenga with his video collection or something. Made this fun.
The entire shelf's going to come down at some point.
I hate you too.
You know how
Do you know
feel?
how many different Tremors movies there were?
No, but you're going to tell us.
5 or 6 or something?
Yeah, you're probably
Yeah,
gonna tell
5
us.
plus a TV series.
That's a lot of random information.
That's a lot. Kevin Bacon was only in 1, right?
Eric, you definitely need another beer. But if you
Eric,
do go get another beer, come back with the Johnny Lightning Burger. So
he's like, oh, he's trying to call it now.
you can't ask the question and then just leave.
Eric's got a little bit of a buzz going right now.
Oh, it's
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You know what will help out? Another Mickey's.
What's that? Or a Vicodin.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
A Vicodin? Is that what I heard?
This is not TV mature. We have crossed the line.
Oh, you know what? Helping that buzz would be another Vicodin.
Yeah, you know, just a line of Coke, no big deal or anything.
Out of here, Boris.
You know where the heroin's at, Eric. You should, just get in there, man. No big deal or anything.
No shit, Joe. No shit.
Get a Mickey's, get some heroin, get a Johnny Lightning Burger. It's fucking heaven.
There's lunch on the motherfucker.
Yeah, maybe a Percocet's better.
Yeah, just if you just go and get yourself a baby aspirin, you'll be okay. Nice 81 milligram baby aspirin. And it's got to be coated, Eric. It's got to be coated.
I hate you guys.
There you
No,
go.
you don't.
But even if you do, you know what you love? Mickey's and the grenades. They're tasty.
Hey, you solved the puzzle tonight.
Yeah, go
Snakes
get the
on a
last one,
train?
drink it, and not solve the puzzle, or try to solve the puzzle. Let's see.
Well, should I have this or should I have another Oktoberfest?
that? Come on, we got to solve the puzzle. Plus, it's Mickey's.
What's albino trying to do here?
Snakes on a train.
There it is.
Snakes on a
Right there.
train.
Snake.
I like how you're pointing to the wrong fucking movie.
That's
No, I was pointing to snakes on a train.
Just kidding.
Snatch is a good film.
You know, because snakes on a plane wasn't good enough. You had to have snakes on a train.
For some reason, I almost believe like Samuel L. Jackson is in the sequel just because he's in every movie.
Maybe.
Get these motherfucking snakes off the motherfucking train. Jeez, I think Eric actually did go get another beer. That's on him. I just seriously, Johnny Lightning Burger, one of the best things that's ever happened on a Hangout. Now, going forward, there will not be a hang. Johnny Lightning Burgers will always be remembered forever.
God bless America.
It's gonna be a great time.
I'm too old.
So, did Chris go home, Chad, from your place?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's long gone, guys. Oh, you're going out of boot. You fucking gone. Hey,
You don't talk like that, you motherfucker.
I'll get myself a stout. Nice imperial stout. You fucking hoser.
You know I hate you, right?
Mm-hmm. Join the club. Rod just left. Ladies and gentlemen, in control of this chat is Tom.
Oh, great.
I would say viewers, what's up? But those are no longer in existence.
Long gone at this point.
Where's everybody?
For some reason, I see a picture of Arnold Palmer. It's a light version, and it's not Mickey's.
He's got an Arnold Palmer.
He did a light version, Arnold Palmer light version. Is that doesn't even have alcohol in it, does it? That's just a regular fucking Arnold Palmer drink without alcohol. Eric, I'm gonna need an answer here. I feel like you've let us down.
Confirm.
What?
Oh, is that Stone Cold? What? What? Yeah, too many Mickeys tonight. Too many Mickeys. Not enough Johnny Lightning Burgers.
Joe.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
Wow.
What? Seriously, why are there so many terrible movies? Rod, you'll be disappointed to know that Eric let your entire panel down by coming back with a non-alcoholic Arnold Palmer light version instead of a Mickey's.
Thought you were gonna say O'Doul's there for a second.
That would be embarrassing. This is not embarrassing. It's just a disappointment. That's all.
Eric's had a rough weekend or a rough week maybe, so he's gonna relax now.
More like a rough 4 hours, it seems.
Yeah.
Man, chillax, all right? Chillax.
Chillax.
So you guys all on a 3-day weekend right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's got to work Monday.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's nice.
No M's.
Anyone other than me own all 7 Leprechaun movies?
I think you're the only person in the world that owns those.
I am just confused.
There was only one of each made.
Yeah, no,
If we were playing poker, it'd be a straight flush.
I'm confused by your like just how prideful you are about doing it. Does anyone else own all Leprechaun movies?
What?
I can't, but like I'm incredulous. I can't. I mean, surely you own the first 5, right?
I only bought this because of the name, Layer of the White Worm.
I'm not.
What
I mean,
the fuck is that?
I don't know.
I get a feeling you're going to pull out the human centipede in a second.
Actually, I have both the human centipedes.
Oh my god! Please don't. Please don't.
If we haven't hit rock bottom yet, at what point do we do? Does anyone guess the ETA on this?
I mean,
You hit rock bottom when you own Kung Fu Zombie.
An hour ago.
Well, at least he admitted to it. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, I feel like owning all 7 Leprechaun movies is probably about the lowest you can go. I mean, 2 of them, 3 of them, maybe even 5, 7.
Who knew there were 7 even?
At some point, someone needs to just kill all the fucking leprechauns.
Warwick Davis needs to make money, okay?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Leprechauns, how do you get your Lucky Charms?
We're
Iron
gonna need you to
Sky?
stop stereotyping, Rod, because not all leprechauns enjoy their Lucky Charms. All right, only like 96% of them.
Keep your hands off my Lucky Charms.
Wasn't Hornswoggle from the WWE one of the leprechauns? What was possible?
Yes, he was.
He was. Holy fuck!
Yeah,
why?
the like 2 last movies.
And you own them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's on you. All on you. Did you pay like actual money for this? At least, hopefully, you got like Rod-like beer deals.
For some of them, yeah.
I told you, man. He went to a Blockbuster. Probably like, I'll take all of those for you.
You don't have to throw them out. I got a basement in need.
How about Frankenfish?
How about what? Excuse me, what? What the fuck?
Sadly enough,
Is that like a bad sci-fi movie?
Yep.
Never start any kind of thought or conversation or anything with how about Frankenfish ever.
They're like Piranha Shark or something.
Please don't tell me you own Piranha Shark. Please tell me that's not even a thing. That's not
Actually,
even a
Piranha
thing.
Shark is a thing, and no, I don't
give
own it.
up. I fucking give up. How do you not own it? You own
Yeah,
every other
basically-
piece of shit movie.
Oh gosh.
What were you gonna say, Todd? You did what?
I said you could probably just throw some names together and it's probably a movie. And he probably owns it.
It's true.
He
I
probably
probably
does in that library is.
Yeah, I yes, you're right, Todd. You're fucking 100% right. I hope no one. Sorry, Rod. I hope no one watches the replay of this.
It's all for the entertainment value at this point.
Is there really entertainment here? Is there even value?
Oh, we're getting our money's
Godzilla
worth.
versus Frankenfish.
We're definitely getting our money's worth here. You get what you pay for.
I mean, yeah, they do say you learn something new every day, right? And I've learned way too much in the last 10 minutes. When someone goes, "What's the most obscure movie you've ever heard of?" I can name about 50 of them right now. So
Humanoids from the deep.
Frankenfish.
Yeah.
What is it from the deep?
Humanoids.
Oh, I've seen that back. That was back in the 80s.
Rod,
Yeah,
you're
it's a Roger Corman movie.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Rod's way too excited for me right now with that. You can't.
How about this? Because this never happens in any movie. Humans versus zombies.
Well, that's just like something that.
Walking Dead right now.
How are there not like 18 different versions of that in sequels? I'm still just gonna walk in.
What do you ask?
Yeah, it's what do you ask?
Probably is.
Since Rod actually has seen a whole bunch of B-rated movies, he might know this one too. This is another classic. Ice Pirates.
I know the name, but I have not seen the movie.
Did you say ass pirates?
Ice Pirates.
That's the porn version.
Eric, there's no alcohol in your Arnold Palmer. There's none.
There should be.
There should be.
Is Dune a B movie?
Do you have some like
Yes, actually, Dune is a B movie.
It is a B. It's not an A movie anymore. It's a B movie now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, at no point tonight were there any A movies.
I'm
None.
purposely ignoring the A movies.
No, I understand. There's no A movies here. But I'm pretty sure you own Humans vs. Zombies vs. Frankenfish 23, right?
The Haunted World of El Super Bisto.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
Animated film.
Drunken One.
That's a Rob Zombie movie.
Drunken One, I love you, man, but I can't take you seriously with you drinking a Smirnoff Ice right now. Like, I'm just used to you having your beer, and you're like, oh yeah, that's one, and you just pound it out. Just pound it out of Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, no, it's to hydrate. I slam this thing in the morning.
No, those actually, listen, Smirnoff Ice, some of them taste good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
what are you
not
gonna do?
terrible. It's not terrible. It's all right.
It's just you drink too many of them, they're way too sweet, and then you don't.
Oh
feel
yeah,
good.
indeed. Yeah, I agree.
That's what you can't gotta sip those. It's a nice, it's a
Hell no,
sipping.
you pound and be done with it.
Well, if there's only one of them, hopefully there's only one. You don't have more than one, do you?
6-pack's been in there for a while.
So,
Actually, my wife, she doesn't hardly drink, so they haunt me every time I open the door.
like, oh, that screwdriver sounds like it could be
Hey.
orange juice.
This movie, you'll like this, Joe, because this one has some history. This movie is made by your favorite person on my show's cousin.
Dead Before Dawn.
All right, you're gonna need to be more specific because there's no favorite person on your
the
show.
other husband.
Oh, see, now you just ruined this entire chat.
All right, guys, I'm gonna turn in tonight.
Oh, you're
Eric-
such a whiner.
Eric, do we have to do a PSA for you? Are you all right?
No.
Now, Eric, if you're gonna walk up your stairs to bed, you gotta be careful. Hold the railing. You fall down, you might break a leg, you might tear a knee. You're gonna need you to hold the railing. You all right? You make
Are
it?
you done?
Are you done?
That Ira Palmer is so what you go.
Good night, Eric. Make it to bed without falling over.
Yeah.
Oh,
do, you
I
actually,
will.
do you actually have to go upstairs?
What's that?
You have to go up the stairs.
Yes, I do.
Hold the rail.
Be careful.
Colder.
Be careful, Eric.
I
Be careful. Eric.
will hold the rail, okay? I will.
There's steps. You place your feet on them. You walk forward. Make sure everything's okay. I don't want to hear any accidents tomorrow. Because we'll blame them on Mickey's. We're going to blame them on Mickey's.
Are you done?
One step at a time.
All right, I'm done.
Are you?
No, I'm not. That was a lie.
And remember, for lunch tomorrow, have a Johnny Lightning burger.
If you could let us know where those exist so we can try them out, I'm on board. All right, take it easy. Eric, positive thoughts. Michigan State won. Michigan won. Johnny Lightning Burgers exist. It's all great.
The world is complete.
It's like, Jesus Christ. What are you guys doing?
Oh,
All right.
man.
Take it easy, man. Have a good night.
All right, guys.
All
Take it
right,
easy.
brother. Have a good night, man.
Good night, sir.
Cheers.
See ya.
So in this one,
Nope.
it's zombie cows.
Wow.
Do you
You'll
just
like
type
the
in
tagline
like
of this one,
zombie, zombies?
Joe,
into
read the
Amazon?
tagline. Read the tagline.
Nope, not going to. It's like a bad. I can't. It's like not really focusing, but it looks like it says it's like a bad horror movie, only worse.
That's exactly what it says.
Yeah, that sounds like everything that we've seen tonight. Almost everything.
No. Zombie cows were bad. How about zombie sheep?
There, Albano.
How many zombified animals can we get at this point? And why is it just gnawing her ear? What is this about?
How many movies do you think you have?
I have
Rod, do not encourage
1,500.
Gosh.
Wow.
How many are actually good?
Probably about 800. I won't lie. There's a lot of shit on this shelf.
Based on what you've shown us tonight, you are not lying.
Hard to disagree.
Yeah. I feel like all of us are on board with your thought right there for the first time this evening.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot for sure.
The last thing I thought that was going to happen tonight is us being in a Rajay BeerVentures hangout with Chad reeling off the fucking vast collection of shitty B, C, D minus F movies that he has with titles like Frankenfish.
I like that title.
But here it is, 2:20 a.m.
I think that Frankenfish kind of hooks you, Joe. You like
The
that?
the Frankenfish is just, I can't. Like,
What about Bunny Man?
No, I don't. What does that even mean?
What does that
I
say?
like how,
Is that a bunny behind the
Yo,
chair?
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
saying, it's Bunny Man, and there's a beautiful
It's a bunny
woman.
with a chainsaw.
Maybe we're try with that one. Well, what do you guys want to call this one? Bunny Man? What do you guys think? Bunny Man?
Take it a little farther than Donnie Darko, that's for sure.
Bunny Man? Give him a chainsaw? He has a bunny suit on?
Hop along.
Here is another one that is actually, in truth, this one is a classic, Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, I think we hit rock
Classic
bottom.
weird.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much the bottom of the barrel.
Cannibal
Where's
Ferox.
that a classic at?
Well, no, it's actually a very historical movie because it was banned in 73 countries.
That doesn't make it historical.
really?
That could make this bad movie.
Yeah. Does it have anything to do with the name of the film? Fuck shit.
Being banned is
Well, no, what happened is that was the very first like found footage movie, like before Blair Witch and all that.
Okay.
And they actually had the actors hide for a year, so they thought the actors actually died, and they arrested the director and put him in prison. And
Now I'm intrigued.
I don't know, Joe, where you're going with it, but
Yeah, I didn't need to know about any of this.
You're saying
When was that one made?
Is that possible?
What year was that movie made?
in the 70s.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask you to stop, Todd. We don't need.
How about this one?
That sounds like curious. It's like, oh, it sounds intriguing. The guy,
I am intrigued. I am intrigued.
there's Holocaust in the
Right?
name, and the actor's hidden, and they was banned in 73 countries. And oh, where'd you get it on Amazon? Was it like
Big tit
$3?
zombie, man. Big tit zombie.
It's funny how many B movies.
so I pulled it up and it says the one that goes all the way.
Did you actually type in the entire name
I
of the
did.
movie? That's
IMDb gives it a 6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes is 65%.
Excuse me, a 6 out of 10 what? This should not be a 6 out of 100?
Is a 6 out of 10 rating.
Is this should be more like Rapier? Terrible? In the style.
Basket case.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Is that based off of Green Day's?
It was in 1980.
No, that one. The guy has a Siamese twin who gets disconnected and lives in a basket and eats people.
What?
Wait, that sounds like Pump.
Yeah, that's. I'm just glad, Paul. Like Paul's awesome. Just glad he's not here right now, per se.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to watch the trailer here for this thing.
You might get copyright strike. You might want to go offline.
At this point, I don't think we've hit rock bottom enough.
Yeah, at this point, no one's not this far. Hopefully,
Let's see here.
They would appreciate the free.
The one that goes all the way.
do we really? What did it say? Wait, what happened here? We're watching the trailer. What happened? This is the not.
I was watching the trailer, but it went all the way into the.
Yeah, now it's a 1999 letter from.
Here you go. Here you go.
Oh,
That's it.
That's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, it wasn't really a trailer. It was more like just.
You can find trailers for it on there. Maybe check IMDb.
No, they had their chance.
Yeah, they had their chance.
But it's got a 3 out of 5. Oh, no.
I don't. These sound like certain beer tubers that are giving everything like 3
Here
out of
you
5.
go. Invitation to dinner. Let's see what this one does.
What? Invitation to dinner.
Hold on. That's enough of that.
I feel as though I am going to go to that channel and dislike that video.
I don't know why Chad has this movie.
wow.
We have a viewer and a question, and I'm not sure what it is pertaining to exactly. I would think it's music, but this would be a segue of sorts. We have Manny Rosenberg who says top 5 albums ?
Oh, that's a good segue.
Of
Top 5
Just-
albums of any category?
I mean, we could ask him to clarify if that is what he means overall.
Yeah.
Probably just what's your top 5 albums.
Well, probably Rod because it is his channel.
Oh, everybody, I'm sure. Top 5 of all different genres, though. I mean, you got like.
And also, this is personal preference. One would assume, and not like, what's the best? I know all the genres. I know all the genres. No, it's like, what's your top 5 album?
Did you say Todd? Like you're calling Todd out?
No, I'm not calling. No, Todd doesn't need to be called out.
Top 5 albums.
The Todd 5 albums.
No, the top 5, not Todd 5.
I don't even know what fucking top 5 albums would be. No, he said top 5. So, I guess, like I said, it'd be personal preference, kind of like what's your favorite, top 5 beers of all time, but top 5 albums.
It's a tough one.
It's a little bit too late for.
It's so late. Well, I could say I'd have like Public Enemy Takes a Nation of a Million. I'd have Pink Floyd The Wall.
Yeah,
I'd have Prince Purple Rain.
Some kind of Pink Floyd. I don't know if The Wall would be up there for me.
Probably NWA Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, I was thinking that, Rod. Oh my God!
And I'd probably a Queen of Game.
Oh, look at that. He came with straight fire. Not all any specific genre. He was all over the place.
So go ahead, Joe. What's your top 5?
I have no idea. I would have to sit here and think for a long time, and I'm Polish. I can't really think to begin with.
That's tough, though, because, I mean...
yeah, I have no idea.
I mean, there's different ones out there. You have, like, AC/DC, Back in Black. You have...
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That was one of mine, yeah.
There's a lot.
Heck, you have some of the Fleetwood Mac albums.
Whoa! What?
You have Eric B. and Rakim. I remember I was a DJ, so I listened to all different types of music.
I know.
You got Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, or Thriller.
There you go. Yeah, Thriller. I'd do it.
Rolling Stones.
Here comes Chad. What's your favorite albums?
Okay, Metallica Black.
Got that.
AC/DC Back in Black.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd The Wall.
Yeah.
And then Helga, get off my face.
I
ICP,
I've never heard of
the
that.
Insane Clown Posse, Great Malenko.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask you.
Really? Great Malenko on us?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Like, not even ask. I think I might just have to boot you right now. That's a possibility.
Hey, I haven't even given you my last one.
You don't need to. You're done.
That counts as 2.
That counts as none. It counts as negative 73.
You were right there.
Everything was going fine until whatever just happened.
Hey, remember, I also am a weird guy that grew up doing bar stuff too. I've listened to a lot of shit as well.
I
Yeah.
don't need you to justify shitty music to us right now.
I didn't even mention like the Beatles albums.
Well, I say like the White Album.
Yeah.
Leonard Cohen, man.
Said no one ever. No, Leonard Cohen's
Me.
all right.
Said
No, I
me.
don't. Yeah, well, you can't put Leonard Cohen in there and be like, Insane Clown Posse. That's not how this works. I don't think anyway. I hope not. Please.
Well, actually, I wouldn't put Leonard Cohen in there. I'd do Mogwai Fear Satan.
Broke with it.
I can't believe you're like, no,
Mogwai.
Leonard Cohen, take off. ICP, you guys stay right here at your number 4 spot.
Well, that wasn't in any particular order.
No, it's not in order, just like 5. Like the
So you're saying they could be number 1? That's this frightening.
You know what? When I first heard that CD, I was what? That came out when I was 17, and I laughed my ass off to that entire CD.
What about CCR?
Proud Mary's a good song. Fortunate Son, really good too. But I don't know if there's an album of theirs that I actually liked enough to say.
Yeah, that's the only thing. If it was an album. I mean, I don't know if compilation albums would count. Like
AC/DC's a funny band because usually there's like 1 or 2 songs per album that is really good. But the Back in Black, almost all the songs were like hit songs.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I first heard Back in Black on one of our stations, and it was like that whole album was pretty solid.
Now I'm really happy Paul's not here.
Well, Paul would be all death metal.
And you got Run DMC too, which was huge.
Also, whenever someone mentions AC/DC, he goes, "Your life must be great. You must love your McDonald's and drink your Pepsi," or something like that. Every time someone mentions like AC/DC.
Doesn't he know there are Coke products at McDonald's?
Yeah, you might say Coke. I don't know. I kind of black out after that. I'm like, Paul, I wake up later and Paul's like, AC/DC's garbage. By the way, this black metal singer where blood is fucking dripping from his face as he's screaming is fantastic. I get it. Paul, I do.
You know, the funny thing with AC/DC is they had the most unique voice in rock and roll, and then he died, and they found the only other guy in the world that sounds like him.
Yeah, that was one of the best things ever, honestly. Yeah. It's super rare, right? Like, not even looking for someone that sounds exactly like him, and they just like, oh, he's fucking, yeah, sounds pretty similar. Let's go.
Well, and the better, even better was Bon Scott wasn't even their original singer. He was their bus driver.
Nice.
Then you got U2 as well.
Yeah, it'd be like Bosch.
Joshua Tree.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
Journey, Foreigner, definitely AC/DC in the mix. Metallica. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, Foreigner's another good one, like you said.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
Was that the 4 album, Foreigner?
Yeah, Foreigner 4. Yeah, that whole album rocked.
Not everyone's jam, probably maybe none of you guys, but GNR, Appetite for Destruction is pretty fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's the winner.
Double album.
Back before Axl Rose
wasn't that a double one they did when they came out, Appetite for Destruction?
Yeah, it was what?
Double LP?
Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, wasn't it?
Oh, that's Illusion 1 and 2, okay.
Pretty sure, anyway. Yeah.
Appetite, though, was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Well, Appetite had, like, the classics that they have. But
Black Sabbath had a few good albums.
I probably like Use Your Illusion better because of... What's that?
Black Sabbath had some albums that were good.
Yeah. Well, Leonard Skinner.
Yeah. Hey, Helga! Shh!
Rod, some Dr. Dre, The Chronic. What's up?
Yeah.
Some Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
Come on. I thought that one was okay. It didn't really move me that much on that one, though.
I liked what you call it after the one right as he, yeah, the Machiavelli one. What was the name of it though?
That was it, wasn't it?
I thought it was Machiavelli.
No, it was
the name of the album.
It was what you call it. Now I gotta go look it up because I'm an idiot. he changed his name for that. It was changed it to Machiavelli, but it was
the first Tribe Called Quest
the
album.
Dark Illuminati, the 7-Day Theory. That's what it was. That was his first one when he died. Like right after that, he changed his name to Machiavelli, right?
Yeah, but Nas and Tribe Called Quest first album was pretty solid too.
Some Nas. What was the one? His original one, or the one that gets all the praise? 94. Why can't I think of anything? It's too late.
It's
Sorry about
I think
that.
it's the one with Brave New World and stuff on it.
Illmatic.
Yeah, Illmatic. But the Tribe Called Quest first album was pretty legit too. That kind of was crazy.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Doggy Style.
Yeah, Doggy Style. They had some really, really good ones on it.
Well, Chronic had 187, I think. Everybody saw the cover.
Chronic had everything. It was fantastic. Let
Grandmaster
me
Flash.
ride.
Grandmaster Flash.
Grandmaster Flash. What about LL Cool J?
You showing your age here, right?
Well, if you ask
Yeah.
if you
I'm
ask
bad,
LL,
man.
he'll tell you he's the greatest of all time. If you just need to ask the man, he'll tell you.
I'm Bad was pretty good.
I liked LL, but he always came off as like one of those guys that just was like way above anybody when it came to the ego in hip hop. Period.
But he
Like
was pretty good though. I mean, ever since
No, he was,
Crush Groove.
but he's not the best ever. He always calls himself the GOAT. Then again, like every rapper out nowadays thinks they're the best ever. And most of them are trash.
Slick Rick doing some lottie dottie.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Slick Rick was good times.
Lost a few years going to jail, but
Yes, he did. Unfortunately.
Too Short.
Oh,
I was,
Oh,
never,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
never as huge a Too Short fan.
Hell yeah. Blowjob. Too short.
Chuck one. No, the Too Short. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
That
Oh
is-
yeah. Too short.
See,
Hell
I
yeah.
liked a lot of rappers, but it was a lot of older rappers
I
like
used to like Ice-T.
I like Ice-T and Ice
He was-
Sugar Gang.
He was the original gangster rapper.
Oh yeah.
I can dig some ICP. I'm with Chad on that one. I can dig some
Jesus
ICP.
Christ.
Hell
I
yeah.
never. There's one. If you ask me one thing that surprised me in this entire evening, it's one drunken one just agreed with Chad about ICP, and number two would be that drunken one knows who Too Short is, yet loves his songs. Surprising.
What? You're not a judge?
Don't
No,
try to
that's
profile drunken one.
Drunken one. That is fantastic. No, I love it.
Yo, come on, man. I pictured you as a juggalo.
I don't. You mother effer.
Uh-oh.
I like.
Uh-oh.
Is there someone pooping in your house or pissing or something?
No, my door just ripped off its hinges.
Excuse me. What now?
Your door ripped off by itself?
Yep.
Are you unaware that you're that strong, or
Apparently.
I just tried to open the door and it ended up in my hands?
I ate some spinach for dinner.
Incredible Hulk problems.
Get him, Tor.
Now that's awesome, Trevor. It's funny because I remember like you and Rod are a little bit older than me, and then even Todd's a little like you guys are what like mid to upper 40s. Todd's early 40s. I'm late 30s. Chad's mid 30s. So even though like the biggest gap's probably like 10 to 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's still different for like I do like some old school, and as Rod said the other day, like I do like going back to the 80s,
Mhm.
but like I came into hip hop more of like the late 80s, early 90s when NWA started and Dre and Snoop and everybody. So it's when you say that you like Slick Rick and stuff, it just surprises me because I'm thinking like, I'm like I can't, or like you say Too Short. It just blows my mind. It's awesome, but it's just
Back in the 90s, all the parties were playing Lottie Dottie.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Sugar Hill Gang, man. The Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah, that's pretty old. Sugar Hill Gang's pretty old. Didn't one of them die recently? I could have swore one of the.
Yeah, Big
One of the
Bad
members.
Hank, I think, died.
Yeah, that's shitty.
Who actually stole his rhymes, apparently.
Well, they weren't that good to begin with, so he needs to steal from someone better.
No, he stole from Cold Crush Brothers, who were pretty good, but that's one of the reasons. That's like one of the things that people always slam Sugar Hill on. Well, it's just him. I think Hank was the only one that stole his
I didn't-
lines.
I didn't know there was old school beef.
Dude, you gotta watch Netflix. You gotta watch the hip hop thing on there.
I always like watching the. I didn't you ever see those hip hop beef shows they have there? I forgot what channel it's on, but they'll play them. It's fantastic to see some of the older ones. Like the newer ones, I don't care about because it's not really just terrible.
Dude, some of the beefs were huge in hip hop. Kumo D and LL.
Oh yeah. There's a ton of great ones.
How about Die Antwoord?
Now, I always liked when KRS got into because I always enjoyed his because his were so intelligent. They were really fun to listen to.
Back in the day, hip hop was about telling a story, and like I was listening to Go See the Doctor earlier on the way to the car in the car. Kumo D talking about you got to suit up and get a disease.
Yep.
You should listen to Kiprios. This is my hit. He was endorsed by KRS-One way back when.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, he's a Canadian guy.
Yeah,
from
we're not
Toronto.
listening to him. Sorry.
I never heard of him before. Interesting.
You've ruined this world with Drake. It's on you.
What, Hotline Bling?
Yeah. Never again. He was better on
Oh, I
Digress.
thought we ruined the world with Justin Bieber and Celine Dion.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, you've ruined the world in general, okay? You've given us Pamela Anderson in her prime, but now you can have her back.
I didn't know Pamela Anderson was Canadian.
Well,
Yeah, she was found in at a baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally, they just found her there.
the part she bought.
They're on the big screen, and that was it.
I don't think I've ever watched Barbed Wire all the way through.
I'm just going to say this as like a 16-year-old boy back then. That's on you.
I've seen parts of it. I didn't watch the whole movie. I know Chad's break out his collection.
He's got a lot of things in his collection.
That's a Tank Girl.
Yeah,
Oh, with Lori Petty?
That's Cyndi Lauper,
Yeah.
right?
No, Lori Petty.
Yeah, same thing.
She was in a movie I was watching earlier today, which was A League of Their Own.
Lori Petty was in like Point Break. One of my old buddies thought she was like the hottest thing. I'm like, she's nothing there.
She always seems crazy as shit, like absolutely batshit insane. She probably was. I don't know, but she always seemed like that, and she always had like the most energy in every single movie. She was out of hand. Whatever
She's that way in
happened?
Orange is the New Black.
Is she in that?
She's in that one?
Lori Petty?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in Orange is the New Black.
I haven't seen that show. Everybody talks about how good that is. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's
Have any of you seen The Barbarians with the Barbarian brothers?
I don't even know what you just said.
Is that on Netflix?
It was like Conan's competition in the 80s.
Oh, this is a movie.
Yeah.
You can't confuse TV shows and movies. You can't be sagwang without sagwang, bro. Come on, bro. How about whatever happened to Gina Davis? I was in A League of Her Own. I'm watching it. She's like one of the stars. She had fucking late 80s, early 90s.
That's the Exorcist movie show now. About to come back online.
Well, she's in The Fly, all kinds of crazy shit. I don't know what's happening anymore.
She's on Fox. Exorcist is pretty good on TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't she in
Her character like the girl grown up from The Exorcist.
Was she in what, Chad?
I'm trying to remember the Mark Wahlberg porn star movie.
Boogie Nights.
Yeah, wasn't she in that?
Gina Davis.
No,
it wasn't Gina Davis.
was
It was
Julianne
the other
Moore.
redhead.
Julianne Moore.
Moore.
Kimberly, listen, that's on you to confuse those two because that's not.
Okay, listen. I just took my drugs about 20 minutes ago, so my mind isn't working anymore.
Well, you better take some more to fix it because that's an
and Don Cheadle too.
the Boogie Nights is fantastic. I love
It is.
It's a good movie. Mark Wahlberg was just here, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Mark Wahlberg was just here.
Just oh yeah, you said for the Wahlburgers, right?
Yeah.
He was at his house drinking beer with him.
Yeah, we do.
Did he tell anybody to say hi to their mother for him? Is there a Wahlburgers opening up? You said in Cincy?
Yeah, Cincinnati, you're about to open one.
Yeah, you better go to it and tell us how it is. I want to see it. I want to see an entire review on your channel.
I bet you it's going to be better than Johnny Lightning Burger.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Johnny Lightning Burger is pretty mythical at this point. Literally, it's a myth. But hopefully, Eric can somehow produce the Johnny Lightning Burger for all of us at some point. How do you Johnny Lightning and Johnny Rocket? I love it. Oh God, it's so good. Oh, I gotta go with that Johnny Lightning Burger. What? Is that a local place? Let me go look this up. No, it doesn't exist. Okay. Johnny Rockets. Yeah. What shows have you guys? Are you whispering right now to us?
ASMR.
No. I was gonna say what shows have you guys kind of passed on just because you don't have the time, but you really do want to check out? You just kind of like in your queue or anything?
What's the one on Netflix with Kevin Spacey?
House of Cards.
American Gods.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
The only answer.
That one. That's one on Stars.
American Gods, those stars.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else that I haven't watched Defenders yet, which I watched.
Oh, that's another one that Chris keeps yelling at me to watch. Watch Defenders. Watch Defenders.
Yeah, I do want to see that one.
Rick and Morty is one that whoever hasn't watched it here, they need to get.
Everybody that has not watched Rick and Morty has to watch it.
Yeah.
I did watch part of their cartoon the other night because it was like on one of the YouTube channels, 24/7 Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Rick and Morty's good. What it is it's fucking basically
He was a
adults.
Pickle.
Yeah, Pickle Rick. Yeah, Pickle.
I'm a pickle.
Turn myself into Pickle Morty. This is so good.
And he turns himself into a pickle so he doesn't have to go to a therapy session with his family.
Yeah, that's exactly how he is, though. That's the best part about it, right? Yeah, that entire episode was crazy because it was like everyone's like, "Oh, he's in a pickle. What's be hilarious?" And then totally not what people expected.
Yeah,
it was still awesome.
Everybody's commenting, "Pickle Rick."
Yeah, it's like Pickle Rick was literally like what he's screaming about being Pickle Rick was 20 seconds. Like the rest of the show was like all gore and blood and crazy shit.
Rats.
Yeah, he builds a body. It's fantastic.
And the kids are arguing with the counselor.
And then he gets a jaguar. It's so good. Did you guys ever see the Vice Principals with Danny McBride on HBO?
No, I've seen the trailers for it, but I haven't watched it. But I like Danny McBride though, so that's kind of another show I like to see.
It's fucking great. And what they did is when they made the show originally, they purposely did all the show at once basically, and they broke it into 2 seasons. So first season was last year, and it's I think second season is in a couple weeks, but it's pretty hilarious. Just because, like you said, Danny McBride's hilarious, so he's fucking whatever he's in. I watch.
Isn't he in the last season now? What the show? Isn't this show the last season?
Well, yeah, what I'm saying is when they originally recorded everything, they did it all at once, and then they did I think it was 10 episodes, and then they released the last 10 this year. But they recorded two. They did it all 2 years ago, and they just broke it up into 2 seasons. But yeah, 2 seasons. That's it. This is the second to last season. Yeah, there's just so many fucking shows, and so many of them are good too.
Yeah. Netflix has put out some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, Netflix. The funny thing is Netflix is what $11-12 a month, and you get HBO on your cable or whatever. It's the same price, if not more. And it's like Netflix has way better series than It's like all these different ones. They have 1 or 2 series. Netflix has like a half dozen at least. They're awesome.
Then they do the movies too.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait for Stranger Things to come back. You guys all watch season 1?
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, it's great.
How about Westworld? Any of you guys watch Westworld?
Yes, and
Westworld is great.
Not coming back to next year. I was very pissed off. I was like, "Oh, they came out last October. It'll come out this October." Like, no, it's like a year and a half. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Game of Thrones season 8 isn't supposed to come out till November next year.
Yeah,
that's on them. Is that the last season?
Yep.
Is it really?
Yep.
It's only 6 episodes.
Oh, I'm so happy. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy it. Or whatever.
Or whatever.
The only reason I say is that on Facebook, whenever it's happening, you see people posting about it, and then, but it's actually entertaining because then you'll see people like, "Where's the spoilers tag at? These are spoilers." I'm like, it's great. You probably shouldn't go to Facebook if you haven't watched the fucking last episode, dummies. That's how that works. Oh no, there's supposed to be a response. No, just don't go to social media if you haven't watched the last episode. Just don't click on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Just go watch the fucking episode, then do it.
Or Vikings. Have you guys watched Vikings?
I started on that one, but then didn't go past like episode 3 or 4, I believe. I don't know why I stopped. I just did.
See, there's a lot of shows that are really good, but they start off so fucking slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're real quick, we got messages from Chris. I'll read them in order without taking a break because he doesn't deserve more than that. In order, Penis, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, American Gods is great, Mr. Mises, Look at Me, Can Do, Goddamn, need to watch the second season of Mr. Robot, which Mr. Robot's fantastic.
Mr. Robot's one of the shows I would say that
That's another one I got to watch the second season of.
Yeah, you guys do because the third one's coming very shortly.
What about Black Mirror?
That's another show I wish I would have watched.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
But that's like with his last season now, so it's like, don't want to watch it now.
He also says 1 hour, 20-minute episodes next season of Game of Thrones. Nobody asked you, Chris. But thanks for the information.
That's so that they can make it so there's actually 8 episodes, but only air it 6 times.
Yeah, pretty much to time it out.
They're good in math in Canada, I see.
Yeah, we can do math up here.
We can do the math.
I watch Walking Dead, but I don't watch Fear of Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking Dead took 2 full seasons to get going.
Yeah. Nobody's got time for that.
No, like the first full season, you didn't really see a zombie till the last episode. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
I'm gonna get myself some cold pops. Yeah, it's there's like I said, a lot of shows and the movies come out, and then I don't even end up watching a lot of movies just because there's so many fucking TV shows to always catch up on and watch.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen Blood Drive?
No.
Can't say that I have.
It's like a mixture of a horror genre with Death Race 2000. Their cars are fueled by blood, so they have to throw people into the engines.
And is it a TV show or a movie?
It's a TV show.
Chris just said, "Too bad I'm listening to you guys in 144p." I don't. That's terrible.
Why didn't you just pay for your fucking internet for 1 more month?
Yeah, if you knew she was leaving and turn that stuff off at the end, I would have made sure to keep it on through the end of the month and paid whatever the next month would be at. That's on you. Also, watch Archer. He says so good. Yeah, Archer.
A lot of people like Archer.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, any of you guys watch the Aqua Teen series going back now?
I was watching that back in the day.
Oh god.
And so Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Robot Chicken, yeah. What about Adventure Time?
I never saw Adventure Time.
Mm-mm. They got that new Mike Tyson Mysteries. Apparently, supposed to be.
Those too.
They're supposed to be pretty good. I only watched like 10 minutes of one.
They're pretty funny.
Yeah, I was entertained. God, what the fuck? Too much YouTube video. Like I don't know how much for you guys replaces like watching YouTube videos or watching beer reviews or whatever. But like if I didn't watch people's videos, I'd probably be able to watch like I don't know quite a bit more when it comes to shows and movies.
Probably so.
But it's just part of it. It's like we talked about before. So many different hobbies, watching sports, doing whatever.
Yeah, especially like watch a movie or something. That's like 2 hours or 2.5, depending on the movie nowadays.
It almost feels like an event for me when I do it. It's almost like I'm prepared to go to the movie theater, but like it's just watching a movie at home. Like, all right, got to commit this 2 hours to it. Got to make sure I'm in it for the long haul.
I mean, I just DVR'd Nocturnal Animals that I want to watch, but it's like 2.5 hours for me to sit there and watch it.
I'll watch it in pieces.
Did any of you guys watch Zoo?
I watched Zoo.
Is it good?
I do like Zoo, yeah.
Okay, because I got like Vikings for you. I got through like the first 3 episodes and then I just quit.
Yeah, it got better for sure, but this season it's kind of gotten good, but it's kind of like there's some stuff like, I'm not going to really buy that. But it's entertaining enough.
How about The Strain?
Yeah, but this is the last season for it, but I watched that one.
Yeah, Rod's all about it, posting on Facebook about I'm watching The Strain. I'm watching Snowfall. What's up? I'm like, you
Like the
motherfucker.
Snowfall now.
Yeah, and I'm disappointed I've been talking to you fools all night. I don't watch Snowfall. It's more entertaining now. I'm definitely gonna hammer them out because by Wednesday I want to be able to watch that relatively, like not live, but a little bit after it probably is done airing. So I'm on board.
Yeah.
Full speed ahead. But even that was like I've been telling you for weeks of how. You're right. I got on my DVR. I got 6 episodes. Now I got 7. Now I got 8. Now I got 9. You're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know.
What about the Santa Monica Diet? No, Santa Clara, whatever.
Isn't that with Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, Drew Barrymore and Tom Oliphant.
Where she's like a fucking zombie, right?
Yep.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a Netflix exclusive. Chris brought up a good one. He was watching Glow until his internet cut off. Netflix,
Glow was a good one, yeah.
Wrestling. Yeah, I should probably watch that since I like wrestling, huh?
I'm just happy they're bringing back another episode of Luther this fall.
Are they?
Idris Elba, pretty good movie, pretty good show.
I was watching on USA. I watched Colony too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Colony.
I've seen parts of Colony.
I enjoy it. I don't think it's one of those where I'm now invested, so I'm gonna roll with it. But like I almost wish I didn't, type of thing. Like it's good, but it's like there's probably a lot better that I should be watching. But it was one of those things where like I saw it while watching Mr. Robot, and I'm like, oh, I'll check it out. And then I watched like first half season. I'm like, all right, this is all right. I'll watch it. And then the second season, but god damn it! Now I gotta watch the third season because I'm addicted.
It becomes a sub card. You gotta finish it out.
Yeah. But at least it's you know what always sucks is when you watch a show and you watch it and it's great and then it gets fucking canceled. It sucks so bad. Like one season and it's done.
Firefly?
Yeah, exactly.
Or a huge Firefly person. I know people have been writing about trying to get it back now.
Freaks and Geeks, man. Oh, it's fucking
Freaks and Geeks was an awesome show.
Oh, I was so upset when they canceled. I'm like, are you serious? I love it. I'm like, this is great. Everyone thought the same thing apparently, except for the networks. They're like, no, we're good. And it's not like everyone fucking from that show became big stars or anything. No, it's fucking terrible. Like, and now, like, I think they actually, I want to say they interviewed somebody or talked about it, and they're like, yeah, we made a mistake, canceled that. I'm like, you think? Undeclared was another one. Wasn't that with, I want to say Seth Rogen was in it and somebody else. I don't remember. It was like one of this, like the late 90s, early 2000s. There's a lot of good shows that just ended up getting canceled because
there was even good animated shows that got canceled, like Undergrads.
Yep. And even like Family Guy got canceled and they brought it back because people were like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah, it's all like a guessing game at some point for someone. Yes. They give them like 3 weeks and they're like, oh, nobody's watching it.
Oh, Chris said Better Call Saul is great as well. Yeah, that's another one.
I started to try to watch that.
I'm only watching it because I'm invested in it now, like you, Joe. Like I've watched enough of it that I have to, but I don't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you watch Breaking Bad, you're probably watching it.
Well, that's the reason, right? Like I loved Breaking Bad, so I thought I'd love this, and I just don't.
Full disclosure, I never did go into Breaking Bad. Never watched one episode, and at this point, yeah, never did. And at this point, it's like, there's how many episodes? Like 60? There's a lot of fucking episodes. So now I'm like, okay. Now I got to devote time and a lot of it. So I still plan like to go back at some point, but I don't know.
That's a great one.
I did that with the Sopranos. I didn't start watching until like season 3 or 4, and then I went back and watched them all. Yeah.
Yeah, I did The Sopranos and Weeds and Justified, and remember I had insomnia for a long time, right? So I'd come home from work and
I wish I would have watched.
Yeah, I heard really good things about that as well. Just so there's like 100. I wish I would have watched this. It's like, goddamn.
What's the other one too with the bikers?
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, that's another one I wish I would have watched too.
Yeah, Yuri.
Ron Perlman's pretty good.
So is Katie Seagal.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, she got hotter as she got older somehow. I don't understand.
She did. She was not good looking.
Well, I think part of it when she was on was that they tried to make her kind of like out of hand. But like when you saw her off screen or in movies or whatever, she was hot. But as she hit like, I don't know, 50-ish or whatever, smoking hot. Like smoking hot. Excuse me, what now?
What was that noise?
Oh, sorry.
Is that on you?
Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry.
I guess I'm gonna probably jump off and go to bed here.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say.
Yeah,
We've been on for a bit.
I'm gonna go get the snowfall done, sons.
Any last words from anyone?
If someone has listened and or watched to this point, that's on them. We appreciate it, but still on them, not on us. Also, anything that you have seen in the Rhinos collection of shitty movies tonight, don't remember them. Don't even. In fact, there's no way. Like, I want to warn people like ahead of time not to watch like a whole half an hour segment of this, but it's impossible. So if you get to this point, on behalf of Rod and everyone else that's not the Rhino, I apologize on his shitty movie collection in which he showed for about 40 straight minutes.
Well, definitely.
I'll second that motion.
And also bye to Chris, the only guy who's left here. On his 144p connection. I could watch you guys in like a quarter of HD.
Thanks for everybody watching, and make sure you check out Albino's channel, Albino Rhino, and Drunken One and Drunken One's channel. And of course, you're already on mine. Todd and Joe don't have a channel, but they're always here. Welcome.
I'm gonna get Joe to come and do some movie reviews with me.
There you go. Me and Joe will be doing a Maudit review at some point here, probably.
Yay!
So that should be good. But thanks for hanging in there. Or you probably went in and probably came back, and probably went out and probably came back. But
Probably just
appreciate
left.
you.
Probably just
I look
left.
forward to catching you next time and random Saturday night talk, and we drink
I go in
beer.
and out
And
a lot.
I don't really have anything else to say. So with that being said, keep drinking good craft beers. Deuces.